HHN Special Report. Da, 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 da. We tell them again. Then we back again. Who is it? Tell them Hurricane Hood News and Reviews, bringing you in the house again. Said the pack of men, ladies and gentlemen, front, left, right. We back again. Who is it? Nigga Hurricane Hood News and Reviews, bringing you in the house again. We going back again, back, and we going back again, back, and we going back again. For the very first time, don't worry if I write checks, I write rhymes. Yep, we going back to the HHN Special Report, and we got some breaking news, y'all. We gotta get to it. We gotta get to it, y'all. Let's just get straight to it. Let's go. We're going to the Viva la Mother Russia, Dove Zadania, the god of vodka. Our victory is near. Huh? All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta go make a move. Well, while I make this move, y'all listen on in. We're gonna play a couple things, and then we're gonna go straight into Larry Park's final message when it comes to that monetary system with his part 3 video. First, let's get this out of the way because this is breaking news. Breaking news. We're gonna talk about Viva la Mother Russia. We're gonna talk about the UK censorship. We're gonna talk about Japanese new payment processors. Say what? And the CDC just came out with some bullshit. So we're gonna go to Mother Russia first. All right, we're gonna go to Mother Russia first. До задания. Откуда вы? Спасибо. Я не говорю по-русски. После вака the victory is near. До задания.
The United States, that they will cause us harm in any way possible. They will find a way to hurt those that harm them. This is very interesting. The warning that President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, just gave us. But look at this right here. This is what President Trump is considering. He says Trump considered green light for Ukraine Tomahawks could push Russia back. This is according to a NATO minister. Now, here's the reason why this is so important. Ukraine has been asking for Tomahawk missiles for quite some time. They've been asking for these for years. Under former President Joe Biden, we did not oblige. We did not give them Tomahawk missiles. President Trump has been very cautious, does not want to give them Tomahawk missiles. However, he's now opened the door to providing Tomahawk missiles to NATO. Not to Ukraine, to NATO. And then NATO, with whatever they decide to do with them, well, that would be on them. Russia now says no, that if the United States gives these Tomahawk missiles to NATO and they give them to Ukraine, then the United States is still at fault. Just listen to this. This is what President Vladimir Putin said just the other day. Look at this.
You sent many signals to the world today, quite positive signals to the U.S. president, as well as mixed ones to European leaders, some positive and some strong. Is there any hope that someone will hear you?
I simply stated certain things honestly and openly, what the issues were, how I viewed them. It's up to my counterparts to decide how to take that. I was speaking sincerely and honestly, describing the things as they are, as they actually were, and how I would like to see them develop. The rest is up to those who were mentioned today in one way or another, up to their position. Some may like something, some may not. I didn't pursue any particular goal, nor do I aim to please others. You've just mentioned the US president. There were questions related to, let's say, the issues concerning the deliveries of new weapons to Ukraine, including long-range, high-precision systems like Tomahawks and so on. I have already said that this will destroy our relations, or at least the positive trends that have been developing in them. How things will turn out depends not only on us and not only on me.
Okay, so we're going to hear from President Trump again after this, but the reason why this is such a big deal is because these Tomahawk missiles can hit deep within Russia, can actually hit Moscow. And that's the concern. Look at this right here. It says, a supply of U.S. Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine could help push Russia back. This is the foreign minister of NATO, of the ally Estonia. It says, sort of made a decision, according to President Trump. Goes on right here. This guy said in an interview Tuesday that Trump approving the supply of the cruise missile to Kyiv would send a very strong message to Moscow. Goes on to say, whatever we can give without any restrictions to Ukraine, it is helping to win the war and push Russia back. So, if President Trump and the U.S. is deciding to take down restrictions from military support as well as Tomahawks, it's just helping Ukraine win and push Russia back. It goes on to say, it's up to the U.S. to decide that. And that's what President Trump's doing. Listen to this.
Selling to NATO and let them sell to Ukraine. Yeah, I've sort of made a decision, pretty much. If you consider, I think I want to find out what they're doing with them.
So he sort of had a decision, sort of made a decision as to whether or not we are going to supply Ukraine or NATO with these Tomahawk missiles. However, what President Trump is saying is he wants to know, what is NATO planning to do with them? Are they just going to give them to Ukraine? Are they
we already know what NATO be up to. Come on now. NATO is the ones that be trying to bring a whole bunch of countries in and push up on the borders of Russia. Those niggas about to get those Tomahawk cruise missiles and say, you get a missile, you get a missile, you get a missile, you get a missile. Aim at Russia.
going to give them to Ukraine without asking any questions as to whether or not they're going to use them? Because Ukraine said, no, we won't use them. We're just going to use them as a bargaining chip. That's it. Well, look at this. This came out yesterday as well.
Bargaining chip for what?
Says Ukraine prepares for delivery of Tomahawk missiles it can't fire. So if Ukraine knows it can't fire these, why are they rushing to get them? Well, they're rushing to get these because they know it's going to put more pressure on Russia, because now there's a threat that Ukraine uses these and strikes deep within Russia. Let's keep listening to President Trump.
Yes. You know, where are they sending them? I guess I'd have to ask that question. That war should never have started, would have never started. Such bad judgment was used there. I think on both sides, by the way. But nobody looks good with the war with Russia and Ukraine. Nobody. It's been a horrible. This week they lost over 7,000 soldiers between the two of them. This is every week they're losing 7,000, 8,000, 5,000.
That's a goddamn lie.
Yeah. He says they're losing thousands of soldiers every single week between the two different countries. But look at this, okay? Because President Trump also makes it very clear. He doesn't want to go to war. He doesn't want to go to war, but here's the concern, is that now if the United States sends these Tomahawk missiles to NATO, to a NATO country, and they give them to Ukraine, then Russia's saying that the United States is complicit in this, that we are at fault as well if they are used. Now, that's if they are used. But according to other reports, they are saying that Russia is prepared to target the United States and other NATO nations. It may not be a physical attack. It may not be an invasion or hitting us with drones, but it could be something like a cyber attack. And I've been saying this for several years, that what Russia has been telling us for the longest time is that a cyber attack is more likely than any other type of attack. So we just need to be prepared for that. If we see our phone lines go down, if we see internet doesn't work, okay, the TSA, we see our flight patterns, plans, whatever, they're scrambled. That's concerning, but listen to what President Trump just had to say.
I want to buy
Plans, whatever, they're scrambled. That's concerning, but listen to what President Trump just had to say.
I'm not looking to see escalation.
Simple enough. He's not looking to see escalation, but he wants to get this war over with. There's no reason why we are still fighting this war between Russia and Ukraine. He says it's just going on far too long. But look what Russia says. It says Russia will destroy Tomahawk missiles and their launchers if U.S. gives them to Ukraine. This is according to a senior lawmaker. It goes on to say, Russia will shoot down Tomahawk cruise missiles and bomb their launch sites if the United States decides to supply them to Ukraine and find a way to retaliate against Washington that hurts. This is according to a senior Russian lawmaker.
Woo! It said hit those other sites. You see how Putin said, I'm going to fuck your power structures up? not killing innocent people. Just I'm gonna fucking power choices up and we going to Washington.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Russia will shoot down Tomahawk cruise missiles. I understand that one. That's pretty self-explanatory. But they're going to bomb their launch sites if the United States decides to supply them to Ukraine. Well, are they actually going to bomb the launch sites prior to the cruise missiles going off? Or are they going to try to determine based off intelligence where these launch sites will be and bomb them prematurely? That's a big question. And then the fact that says they're going to find a way to retaliate against Washington. That hurts. That's the concern, is that right now millions of people around the world are looking at this. And it comes down to
find a way to get the White House is easy. KGB agent, get that motherfucking KGB agent on the inside, like he a secret agent. Speak through his earpiece with a phone call, say one word. KGB agent activated, and everybody died.
One decision. Is President Trump going to provide these Tomahawk cruise missiles to a NATO nation that's going to give them to Ukraine? Because according to reports, President Trump will not just give these Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, because that right there is going to cause Russia to panic as well and potentially attack the United States. So we're going to see what happens.
All right, I'm back. What up, dude? Sue Jordan.
The expectation is that we are going to have something, somewhat of an answer, sometime this week. So
that's what's up.
Reports on this, and as we get more updates, I promise I will keep you up to date on everything that is going on. But as of right now, the concern is that the United States is stepping ever so closely to that line that could potentially cause additional war. So we'll see what.
Yep. They cause an additional war. I was supposed to have turned on the goddamn Bluetooth. I forgot. Shit, I had to step away for a minute. But I have my other phone. I'm surprised it's working. Computer.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
There we go. As long as I still heard the first part clearly, it's really all that matters, hopefully. But, yep, Russia. Viva la mother Russia. They about to motherfucking shoot off the bombs and say those Zadania. But anyway, that was Mother Russia. Now we over there in the UK, y'all. All right, everybody, hop on your ship. About to fly to the UK.
Conspiracy theories on Twitter. I've read some of them just thinking, right, look, there's a lot going on here, but some of these are absolutely wild. I even saw a whole thread about someone talking about aliens being involved. Chill out. But that's what the government wants.
I was like, chill out. Hey, yo, it ain't so far-fetched. There was since this digital ID and this motherfucking online safety, and people has been coming up with conspiracy theories. I hate motherfuckers that be trying to gaslight us. Our governments gaslight us, extort us, put fear in us, intimidate us, and kill us, and arrest us. We need to destroy these motherfucking governments. So now they we're just going to call them all nut jobs and conspiracy theorists. But what we're saying is motherfucking true. Y'all have nothing. Y'all did not even have a foolproof plan. Y'all just came up with this online censorship I'm talking about with no good foundation. All right, let's come up with some shit and say, we're trying to protect kids. You know how people get sentimental and emotional when it comes to kids. Man, fuck those motherfuckers. But y'all about to hear it.
The more crazy theories there are, the easier it is.
But hold on, fuck that. I gotta say this. For those that's coming out with the conspiracy theories about the aliens being involved with the digital ID and the Online Safety Act, it's funny. Yes, it's very funny. But there is a lot of people that think, sometimes probably believe, that this world is ran by alien, reptilian, shapeshifters, and Zeta Grays. So, I'm not going to call them crazy. I'm not going to call them conspiracy theorists. I'd like to look at common sense. If our world leaders is killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through the diseases, I like to keep the shit simple. I like to break it down to the lowest common denominator and build the motherfucker back up. if this world is ran by murderers, liars, and thieves, and they're killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through disease, and they're destroying the planet, that shit looked like terraforming to me. You know what terraforming is? Watch movies, TV shows, best-selling novels, and comic books. It's when aliens come to a planet and change the dynamic of it. The air, the water, the food, even the earth itself. Changing it so the aliens can live on this shit peacefully while we die. Look up our oxygen levels of this planet right now. If it goes down to a certain limit, I think we all might just suffocate and die. Chemtrails in the air, fluoride in the water, GMOs in the food. The CDC is making diseases. We're going to talk about those fuckers too. Oh, yeah. They motherfuckers think I'm not watching them. I'm just waiting for something to come out on them to say something. But I got something on them. They just came out with some new disease and they saying that it already been here. But you already know how it is. Let's go get to it. Let's get to the UK censorship now.
Government just to say that every theory challenging digital ID is just a crazy. Damn aliens. Labour MPs have expressed concern that the government is not doing enough to combat the spread of online conspiracy theories about plans to introduce digital ID. Now this is
and mind you, this corresponds with what I've talked about many HHNs and Fuck the Government podcasts ago. I did a video covering the UN, the United Nations, and the WEF talking about their cracking down on conspiracy theories, cracking down on us. Talk about they're gonna put pamphlets in the hood and talk about taking action against us. That taking action part really pissed me off because it made me mad. Like, what the fuck it do? Arrest us for having an opinion? Oh, well, yes, they are. I'll talk about this shit for years. They're cracking down on conspiracy theories. You got something to say about the government? Oh, yeah, you a nut job. You conspiracy theorist. Fuck you. We're going to pass this law anyway. Fuck the people. You know? And then, if y'all ever paid attention to all my HHNs and Fuck the Government podcast, all this shit leads to the what? Drum roll, please. The 2030 agenda. Man, we got 5 years to stock the fuck up. And I mean it. We got 5 years to put our money, mind, and resource together, grab this land, and get the fuck away from society and get ready for some shit to go down. We need to get ready. Fuck the bullshit. We need to get ready. Because while we worrying about the here and now, these motherfuckers are planning 2030 agenda, 2050 agenda. I heard a 2070 agenda. I'm like, damn, 2070 shit. But 2030 and definitely 2050 is definitely what I heard. I just heard about the 2070 shit. I don't know if that's just made up or I don't know. But by 2070 shit, everybody might be a walking robot with a half of a fucking human body. It's going to be like, did humans ever even fucking exist? Does everybody want to fucking do genetic manipulation, gene splicing, eugenics, experimentation? Most motherfuckers don't even love themselves. They getting BBLs and facelifts and all this shit. That right there should let you know, nigga, once they come out with the high-tech shit, with a motherfucking robotic silicone ass for the new BBL technology, it's gonna be a wrap. My question is, how they gonna have the vagina in the motherfucking future? Everybody gonna be half robot, half human. I hope, like, I don't stick my dick into the bitch and I get electrocuted. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on here? But anyway, let's get back to it.
Funny one, because Labour MPs, you are government. We have seen a significant amount of misinformation amplified by the social media platforms around digital ID.
And there is no misinformation surrounding digital ID. We all mostly just voicing our opinion. We following the money and we following the paperwork, and we all came to the same conclusion. This online safety act is bullshit and the digital ID is bullshit. Because I said, like, if it's digital ID, give it to the immigrants. Some motherfuckers said that these immigrants don't deserve shit because you came in this bitch illegally. So basically, get the fuck out or get arrested or get shot. Who gives a shit, right? Y'all niggas came here illegal. And just like over here in the US, all these motherfuckers come over here illegally. But who let them in? Who let them in? One more time. Who let them in? The government. Yes, the government can. The government can motherfucker do a whole bunch of shit and lie to you. Problem, reaction, solution, people. This is the HHN Special Report.
I haven't seen an effective response from the government. Chion Wara, Labour MP and chair of the Science and Technology Committee, told Politics Home. Last week, Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced that the government would bring...
Hey, Mr. Prime Minister! Yes? Bam, bam, bam! Shoot that fucker!
a mandatory digital ID in a bid to tackle illegal working, which ministers hope in turn will help curb illegal migration as well as modernise the functions of the state. Now, before we get into this mass delusion, just a 15-second thank you to private internet access. If you're looking for a VPN that doesn't keep logs, that allows you to access looking for a VPN, the link is down below. 4 months free and 86% off. Back to the video. Now, the crazy thing is here is what is being said. Like, if we read between the lines, if we come up with our own conspiracy theory, Labour MPs aren't happy with people using their free speech. They're not happy with people using their speech to criticise their regime. And the truth
is... Yes. Y'all doing this because y'all don't like to hear our voice saying, fuck you. Fuck your government. Fuck your parliament. Fuck the police. Fuck the MPs. Fuck them all. Like real shit. You're ruining our lives and we can't say nothing about it. Or we can't do nothing about it. People, how long are you going to sit down and be weak? Fuck this shit. Enough is enough. Like I said, I've got my planning going. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Real shit. I got a plan on my end. What's in your wallet?
There's this digital ID, whether you're, and we've discussed this, and I think this is absolutely brilliant. It's the same thing as the Online Safety Act. Whether you're left-leaning, right-leaning, most people can agree that this sort of system doesn't work and it's not really for the benefit of the British people. No one really wants it, which is why the petitions about this have gone through the roof. But the whole idea here is that they want to limit what people can say and basically ban people that say things that they don't agree with. Freedom of speech.
Yeah, like, fuck the government, fuck the police. Instead of asking me a question on why do you say that, Hurricane, they immediately go, oh shit, let's stop what he's saying. Come to me and ask me, why is it fuck the government? And then I'm going to tell you nicely, because you came to me nicely, asking me why. Here's why I say fuck the government. They're killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through disease. And if that motherfucker that asked me the question say, really? Explain. Because I don't believe that. I've been eating, I'm still alive and strong. And I'm going to tell that person, you may think you are, but there's GMOs in your food, fluoride in your water, crazy chemicals that I can't even spell in the chemtrails, but I can spell mercury. And the CDC or any other biochemical organization in your country, whatever their name is, they fucking making diseases and keeping y'all sick. A cured patient, that means there's no more money. Everybody needs to be sick and they need to stay sick. That's the name of the game. Listen to John D. Rockefeller's Secret Covenant. The fucked up education system, the fucked up pharmaceutical companies. He don't want a nation of thinkers. He want a nation of workers. And the only reason why we even saying fuck the government because we took time out to think about what the fuck going on in our life. Yes, we got to blame ourselves for certain shit, but like what's going on causing the economic collapse, the financial struggle, systematic racism, keeping a motherfucker down and stagnant, or just make a motherfucker want to just blow their own fucking noodles off. We need to get to the root of the problem, and the root of the fucking problem is the government. The first root of the problem is doing the motherfucking inner work and shadow work. We don't want to do that for ourselves so we can go out there and fight. Whether it's verbally or motherfucking physically or whatever. Everybody has their own type of revolution in them. Everybody has a revolution that they're fighting. I'm fighting many fronts. Even the phone agrees. Bling! That's synchronicity and confirmation. Catalog it. I'm fighting many fucking fronts. But y'all fighting fronts too. Most of y'all fighting freedom of speech through your music. Freedom of expression through your music. Some people are working in the hospital field and they want to motherfucking stack bread up and open up their own clinic. Some motherfuckers don't want to get into the motherfucking law. You get better at this law, guess what? You can open up your own firm. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a revolution. Me, I'm all over the place with it. That's why there's going to be t-shirts and statues in my name. It's going to be like Hurricane was right t-shirts. Hurricane was right. Just like Magneto. Salute to Sean. What up, though? Sean in the building. Squad up. Squad up. Squad is in the building. Shouts out to everybody. Much love to my guy. This Crystal is cool over there in Cali, too. And shouts out to the lovely, lovely Vonta over there in the UK. This is where we at right now. She's over there on the front line fighting this shit. You feel me? 3 million strong over there ready to take down that government. Or at least I hope they're ready to take down that fucking government. Burn Downing Street to the ground, UK. That's an order. But Vonta got it over there, baby. Keep my sniper polished, baby. Keep that sniper polished.
Is not freedom from consequence. If a crazy conspiracy theory crops up on Twitter, loads of logical people can call out that person and say, that's a bit silly, isn't it? But they shouldn't face legal consequence or intervention from the government to stop them being able to say those things. What this...
Exactly. A motherfucker could get locked up for saying that Keir Starmer eat adrenochrome baby nuggets and shit. And a nigga could get arrested for that. There was niggas over there getting arrested for calling a cop a Muppet. A Muppet. A Muppet. Yeah, a Muppet. You feel better? Yeah, a fucking Muppet. Y'all know what the Muppets is. Y'all watch Sesame Street. The Muppets. A cop got in his fee-fees and arrested the motherfucker for that. And I already told y'all. Motherfucker got arrested for having anime in his phone. I'm talking about there are major crimes going on in this goddamn world, and y'all worrying about niggas that are innocent. Niggas that ain't doing nothing wrong. I could call a cop a wanker. Fuck that motherfucker. Mate, I'll put a fucking cop head on the Barbie, mate. I don't give a fuck.
MP is calling for here is the government intervening to stop people saying things, which is censorship. It's limiting speech. Like, why are we not screaming and shouting that a Labour MP is talking about policing speech more than they already are? And I love this paragraph. I love this paragraph because they're saying how, digital ID will prevent illegal migration in the UK. To be clear, if someone is illegally leaving their country of residence, illegally making a crossing into the UK, illegally entering the country, illegally trying to acquire work, and pretty much doing everything illegal in the process, digital ID is not going to scare them from being in the country. It's absolutely ridiculous that out of all of the things, all of the reasons that they could scapegoat introducing digital ID, they've gone for illegal migration. That's not going to fix the problem. If you want to fix illegal migration, implement laws to stop it, not laws that make being British more difficult. A More in Common poll published this week found that the net public support for digital ID had fallen from 34% in June to 14% in the weekend after the Prime Minister's announcement. Right, so we basically...
he said the word. Hey, Mr. Prime Minister. Yes. Blam, blam, blam. Light his ass up. Ha.
14% support ratio. Also, it's worth saying that since the digital ID announcement, a lot of Labour MPs have actually jumped ship to different parties. We're seeing this more and more. We're actually even seeing...
Like I said, politicians want to flip-flop and shit. This beat is real hot. Let's get a real Glock, hit the streets, pop a real cop. There's on the gridlock. You politicians want to get popped. They going to get shot. Yo, motherfucker, I'm the great Hurricane, and this is hip-hop.
Yeah, with the Conservative Party, people jumping over to Reform. People are just kind of sick and tired of this. No one really wants this. The company's executive director, Luke Trill, said that the fall in support is likely to be partly linked to the government's severe unpopularity, he told The Guardian. In perhaps the clearest sign of the government's low standing, it now seems to be suffering from the reverse Midas touch. Once the government announced the plans, support dropped. However, some Labour MPs are concerned that the drop in support is also being fueled by the spread of misinformation and disinformation online about the proposal.
There is no misinformation and disinformation online. We did our research. We did our due diligence. There is no such thing as a conspiracy theorist no more. Everything that we said has become fact. Because these bitch ass niggas gonna say, we gonna wait 30, 40 years to put that shit out for real. Or the motherfuckers, or stupid ass motherfuckers shot their own self in the foot for putting out the Freedom of Information Act. Thank you. Because now we can use that shit against you. But at the same time, they put that shit out there because they know it's past the 40-year mark, 45 plus year mark or whatever. So they can put out all the bullshit. They say this shit during the JFK days. You know, it's like a whole bunch of shit going to be classified for at least 30, 40, maybe 50 years. I think it's 40 though. But if you count the years since JFK all the way till they dropped the Freedom of Information Act, or like when they dropped all the disclosure, the fucking time frame adds up. The time frame adds up. So everything is out. We doing our reading, we doing our due diligence, and we exposing. But we're still being told it's a conspiracy. But it's declassified. But for us that's doing our own investigative journalism on the digital ID and the Online Safety Act and other shit that's going on across the world, we're just motherfucking grabbing the files that y'all made. It's called paper trail for a reason. It's called follow the money, follow the paper trail. And that's what we did. That's what we done. And yet we are still a conspiracy theory. No, this is called investigative journalism. You dumb motherfuckers, y'all still stupid. You know, investigative journalism, putting our life on the line. Like, come on, man. Because all the other journalisms are paid off by the goddamn government. So yes, that's why they come to us for their truth, for their info. Because everybody else is compromised. And we here are the only ones that's truthful, honest, and genuine about what we're doing, when we fucking do it, and how we fucking do it. No matter if I'm cussing like a fucking sailor or being cool, calm, and collected and talking like I'm just some guy that got my shit together. You know? So fuck the bullshit. We got to give it to you like this. Because at the end of the day, even a person that's talking nice, male, female, it don't matter. If we are against the government, we are on the list. They already came out with the order. So welcome to the club. Drinks on me. Let's get back to it. So like in the groove,
the government didn't do enough to prepare the ground for the announcement. I'm a strong believer that there's no smoke without fire. Yes, there is an absolute ton of misinformation about digital ID, but that's vast.
No, it ain't. I ain't seen no misinformation yet. Everything I found on that shit has became true. See, you got to look up who puts the shit out. Look up who puts the shit out. Find out the background. Find out the other partners, their backgrounds, and everything leads back to UN or the WEF. Everything leads back to those bitches. Everything leads back to those bitches. But me, it's based on common sense. But I didn't just want to, just be like, all right, it's common sense. I already know what it's leading to. But I want to do my own research anyway, just to do some due diligence and just to confirm that I'm right. So it's like, okay, cool. And then shouts out to Low Key, dog. I hate being right too, dog. Like I say, man, I laugh to keep from crying. Like real shit, man. But laughter is the best medicine, so I gotta heal myself every time I think about all this shit. You think a nigga want to cover all this shit all goddamn day? Hell, fuck nah. I want to motherfucking get my dick sucked, smoke a joint, kick a bitch in the ass every now and then. But real shit. That was the joke. But I love this shit. I love to get people this info. I love to motherfucking try to motherfucking spread awareness. Because the game is meant to be told, not sold. But you can donate. Hit that Cash App, $ Hurricane JW. Hurricane JW. $ Hurricane JW. You can donate though. Shit. Y'all learning something. Most people don't even know that this shit is going on. So let's get it.
Outweighed by genuine concern by most of the British public about digital ID. The unpopularity of Labour is not due to the fault of the way that information propagates through social media. It's because Labour have created an environment where they are so dislikable. And I don't mean various MPs are dislikable.
Yeah. Why? This is the other part of the coin. Yeah, why people hate the government on the second end? Because y'all actually doing shit that's making people upset. What? Nigga, that make anybody mad. Shit, nigga, have y'all been in school and the principal have everybody in the assembly, and they start changing policies up and shit. And now y'all got to do certain shit. It'll make a motherfucker hate the principal. I hate that principal, though. I hate you, Miss Butler.
People or like really care what they get up to in their personal lives. No one really is bothered by that. Labour are becoming
But real shit, Miss Butler wasn't playing. She AT'd my nigga Jamal. He was sitting right next to me. I'm gonna never forget this day. This was our first day of 6th grade. I was going to a school called Foch, and it was next door to I think Southeastern or Southwestern High School. It was a middle school next to a high school that my big sister went to. So it was called Foch, right? Now we all sitting in there in the assembly. This is the first day. Everybody got to go to the assembly before we all go to our classes. So everybody in this bitch chilling. Miss Butler come out short, kind of stocky, like a motherfucker. Like, so she just came out the military, but wearing a motherfucking female power suit. But she come out, she give out all the rules. My nigga Jamal, like, man, fuck that. I'll blow this school up. I was like, dude. So now what's crazy is when he said that, it was like another administrator walking past and motherfuckers saw him and heard him. So when Miss Butler was like, who said that, the guy that was already walking past already pointed him out. Man, she AT'd that nigga in front of everybody. I ain't never seen my homeboy again after that. Shouts out to my nigga Jamal. That nigga was a monster. And plus you can tell he lived a rough life too. But that nigga was a monster. I'm talking about like this nigga scared bullies that was taller than all of us. He was, man, dog nigga, we were some short motherfuckers back in the day. But that motherfucker was like a fucking pit bull. Like, this nigga ain't give a fuck. This nigga taught me how to crack niggas in football. Like, yo, thanks, nigga. Never was scared of shit. Man, they AT the shit out that nigga. For those who don't know what AT mean, it's administrative transfer. Like, he had to go to another school. But there was no other schools in the area. It was just Foch and the high school next to it. So I'm like, man, they about to send this nigga like off. Because like we damn near on the deep east side. So I'm like, damn, this nigga might have to go to Kettering or King. Damn, this nigga gonna be far away. This is gonna be far as fuck. I ain't seen that nigga in years, man. This was 1998. I think it was either 98 or 99. But god damn. Chocolate tie. Woo! What up, now, baby? You just give us some news. I kind of did a little sidebar, a little story time. What's good? Much love. Make sure y'all pay homage to the goddess when they come on in. You can come on in. Let's get back to it.
Extremely unlikable due to the stuff they're doing. And the problem is there wouldn't be misinformation propagating online about digital ID.
Hold on. Ding, 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 ding. Baby, let me in. Hold on.
In the Online Safety Act, if they hadn't created an environment where people were so up in arms. Not a justification for it, of course. I'm saying there's no smoke without fire. One fake claim in particular has spread widely since Starmer's announcement that a company run by the son of former Prime Minister Tony Blair, Ewan, has been awarded a government contract to produce a digital ID scheme. Now, who shared this? Was it a social media account? Was it someone on Twitter waffling? Was it a YouTuber? Who shared this news? You know, if you want the government to intervene and stop people saying things you don't like, we must find out who said it. On Friday night, BBC comedy show Have I Got...
Right, must find out who said it. Don't just motherfucking tell everybody to motherfucker shut the fuck up. We're gonna motherfucker silence everybody. It's like, yeah, because everybody's saying fuck the government over there. Everybody's saying fuck the government over here. Y'all remember a couple years ago when the whole country was saying fuck Joe Biden? That energy was real. And then they was like, we need to change the energy. Let's go Brandon. Yeah. Let's confuse the people. All right, we need to throw people in the audience so we can get them to say it. All right, send those agents out there. I wonder how much those fuckers got paid. I'm gonna find those motherfuckers and hang them from a light post. Anyway, they allegedly. But now it was like, let's go Brandon, and You know, like, and for us that said fuck Joe Biden, we all like, who the fuck is Brandon? And then I think Joe Biden called himself Dark Brandon one day. I know Joe Biden's wife hates this motherfucker. I saw some interviews. Just pay attention to his wife's facial expression. She like, this motherfucker. His wife is the man of the house. All right, because I don't think Joe Biden is capable of walking to his own kitchen safely.
Is for you, aired the claim. Government-owned organization, by the way. So, no, you don't need to tackle social media rumours. You need to tackle your own organisations which the British government own, such as the BBC. To be clear, by the way, the rumours that it is Tony Blair's son that owns the business are provably false. It's nothing to do with his son. It's not an organisation owned by his son, but obviously that took off like wildfire. Speaking at the recent Labour Party conference in Liverpool after the announcement, Peter Hyman, former advisor to Starmer and Blair, said the policy would be dead in the water in 6 months and criticised a lack of proactive government communications campaign to tackle conspiracy theories. No one's going out there to explain it, to talk about it, all the rest of it, he said. And do you know what? I agree with this fully. Whether I agree with the Digital ID or Online Safety Act or any of these policies, obviously I don't. I do think that if they're going to, swing their dick around and say that they're going to introduce all of this stuff, they need to do it with an air of explanation, with full detail on how it's going to be implemented, what laws are being put in place to protect citizens, and they haven't even bothered doing any of that. So when you say Digital ID, obviously everyone's going to be against it anyway, but to then act surprised when people are having to fill in the blanks themselves or do their own research to find information because the government decided to put out 6 paragraphs explaining the whole scheme, well, it explains a lot, doesn't it? On Wara, the Labour MP for Newcastle upon Tyne, Central and West echoed Hyman's concerns. She said that regardless of her personal opposition to the mandatory element of the scheme, we need to have the public trust to ensure the government's agenda of digital transformation in the interest of the public is fulfilled. If you want to appeal to public interest, completely forget about it. Forget about Digital ID. Overrule it now. Get it gone. Because the public interest isn't in Digital ID. And no one in the UK wants the government telling us what's best for us when, at the moment, the government is getting things dramatically wrong.
Yes. How dare y'all get shit wrong and tell me I cannot watch what I'm a grown-ass motherfucking man. What the fuck? You a grown-ass woman, and we're being told by a government that we can't watch shit or do shit. Man, who the fuck do these motherfuckers think they is? Like, honestly. I'm a grown ass man. And the worst of motherfucking Martin Lawrence from Bad Boys when that nigga stepped up to Will Smith. It's like, nigga, I'm a grown ass man. It's like, man, get your grown ass shit together. Look, Will Smith was like, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. Bad Boys 2 is hilarious, yo. Mike, it's like, Mike, I'm a grown ass man. Like, real shit. How would you feel if the government said that you cannot go online and watch what you watch? How would you feel? How the fuck would you feel? And then behind the scenes, they taking your kids' data, your teenagers' data. YouTube and Google just got sued, I think maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I covered it. It's like, how's y'all doing shit to motherfucking help children? That's what the Online Safety Act, but the Digital ID, they claim is for the immigrants that's sneaking in. But for the Online Safety Act, y'all talking about, y'all doing this for kids? Like, what? We know how to take care of our kids. We don't need no government taking care of our fucking kids. Not asking to get y'all country burned down. You know what I'm saying? So, like, shouts out to the 3 million people in the UK that's going against this Digital ID and online censorship. But don't worry, we coming back to the States in a minute. We got to fly to Japan real quick. No, fuck that. We coming to the States. We got to talk about the CDC.
In their official response to the petition that went out about Digital ID, they're basically saying how good Digital ID would be and use the example of Estonia's system. Now, Estonia has Digital ID, and over the past few years, just over 1 million people's records have been leaked. Now, if you look at the population of Estonia,
since the whole incident, 1 million people just got leaked. I won't be surprised if it's the 1 million people from the 3 million that's against this bullshit. Crazy, ain't it? So y'all can catalog who's against the government so we can watch their ass. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Ain't got no privacy. Oh.
Yeah, scale that up to the UK population, we have a significant problem on our hands when it comes to digital ID leaking. The British government, as we covered in a recent video, can't even protect children in nurseries from their personal data being stolen. Never mind the British public. All in all, Labour's concerns at the moment are that people are opposing it, and they're using the kind of cover of conspiracy theories to say that every single rumour or bit of information propagating online about digital ID is false, whilst them themselves haven't even published their plan on how it's going to be implemented yet. They should have worked all of that out before they announced it. Thank you to Private Internet Access for sponsoring today's video.
Yep. Nah. Mind you, I always say the government's killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through the disease, right? Food in the, GMOs in the food, fluoride in the water, chemtrails in the air, and the CDC makes the diseases, aka bioweapons, try to turn you into a bioorganic weapon on some Resident Evil shit. We flying back to America. We're going to the CDC.
CDC is warning that a dangerous parasitic illness is becoming a bigger threat in the United States.
In a recent report, the agency said Chagas disease should be reclassified as endemic in the U.S., meaning that it has a constant presence here. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge is in a recent report.
Real shit. Whenever the CDC comes out, y'all listen. Pay attention. Don't ignore it. Because these niggas are creating weapons to kill us. These fuckers changed definitions during the pandemic. I mean, scamdemic. Changing definitions of words that we use to be like, yo, nigga, this what vaccine's supposed to mean, nigga. They like, oh, fuck that. We changing it up. So we can get people brainwashed into doing it. I'm going to never forgive what the fuck happened. We need divine judgment. We need righteous vengeance upon these motherfuckers. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger for those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Blam, blam, blam.
The agency said Chagas disease should be reclassified.
What the fuck is a Chagas?
I don't know.
What the fuck is a chimichanga? What the fuck?
As endemic in the U.S., meaning that it has a constant presence here. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge
means it has a constant presence here. We never even heard of it, but suddenly the CDC comes out of no motherfucking way. Get the fuck out of here.
We're just here to explain how it's spread and what makes it so concerning.
Well, Time Kimberly, Chagas is spread by so-called kissing bugs. They're not generally this big. Now, they're called that because they have a tendency to bite humans in the face. The distinctive insects are about the size of a penny with a long, flat body. Now, experts say about half of the bugs actually carry the dangerous parasite. Now, while kissing bugs are most often found in Latin America, as temperatures have warmed, well, they've spread north. They're called kissing bugs, and these insects carry a parasite that can cause Chagas disease. Experts say this potentially deadly condition is here to stay in the U.S.
Experts say, shouts out the truth virus, man. But these scientists been injecting these motherfucking shits with the shit and they floating around. Come on now. Chagas disease. Get the fuck out of here.
Chagas disease is spread when the feces of an infected kissing bug enters a bite or wound or gets into a person's eyes, nose, or mouth.
That shit is disgusting. Just let y'all know for the record, what he just said was very fucking disturbing.
8 million people are believed to have this disease globally, including an estimated 280,000 in the U.S.
All right, 280,000 in the U.S. How do they know this? How the fuck do they know this? I think those numbers are inflated. Chagas disease.
CDC says those who have it may not know it. There are now 32 states where kissing bugs have been.
There we go. Key word, watch the snap. They do that so you don't know that. That's the whole purpose. That people don't know they got it. Yeah. Just like people don't know that the CDC is motherfucking injecting these motherfucking bugs with shit and they throwing it out there in the world. You know these motherfuckers fucking with the black fucking plague. Do y'all know that? You know they're fucking with the black fucking plague. Here's a question. How the fuck do you get a hold of the black fucking plague? without dying yourself. Get the fuck out of here.
Detected, including Ohio and Indiana, just to our south. At least 8 states have reported human infections, shown here in the brighter red. Early stage symptoms can be mild or go unnoticed, but can include fever, fatigue, body
Oh
aches.
yeah, look up Chagas disease, and there's a map that's showing it so like y'all can know what states is in. I forgot to stop and write down the states. I was so goddamn tired when I motherfucking got off and did a Detroit After Dark. And I was like, damn, I gotta do some news for the morning. So let me do all this shit. But yeah, so look up Chagas and they'll show you the states that the Chagas is in, or y'all can do a quick search or whatever. But just keep your eye out for this shit, because I told motherfuckers to look out for RSV, and I see a shitload of what? RSV motherfucking infomercials, commercials, and ads. Told motherfuckers to look out. And for the RSV, they was going to use it to attack the children, and the children go home and give it to the fucking parents. How diabolical is that? They was going to daycare centers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Dog, these motherfuckers are evil. These motherfuckers are pure fucking evil, and they wonder why I want to kill. They're like you know better than them, though. Nigga, let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck. Good and evil is a state of mind to me. And I know for a fact what needs to be done, and you can't have no emotion doing it. You can't think about, I'm going to jail. I'm going to hell. I'm going to feel some type of way because I never did it before. I mean, you got to get away from that. You got to get out of that mindset. These motherfuckers are killing us. And they kicking back smiling because they ain't pulling no trigger. But nigga, they part of the problem. They point the finger for the order followers to do the shit for them. That's what different from God using the motherfucking damn Joshua and the other Israelites to motherfucking take over nations that was already established, where you could have just gave Moses the promised land. They wandered 40 years in the wilderness. Nigga, why you ain't stop and build a fucking tent? Why you ain't motherfucking trying to negotiate with these other cities and get some mortar and cement, if that, you know, whatever it was called at the time, to build y'all something? God damn. like real shit. God said, kill every man, woman, and child. God one time said, kill all the men and kill all the men and women to keep the virgins. I'm like, God damn, God, you wild. God crazy with it. A bald head prophet named Elisha was walking past 40 kids, and the kids was roasting that nigga because he was bald headed. Elisha went back home, called on God, and said they was roasting me, and God killed those kids with some 2 bears. With 2 bears. That shit still fucks with me to this day. They don't talk about that in church.
Headache, rash, loss of appetite, diarrhea, vomiting, and
wow, sound like the symptoms of flu or acid reflux.
the swelling of an eyelid. If left untreated, it can lead to digestive problems like an
Okay, now the swelling of the eyelid, that's a motherfucker. Nigga got to go to work. I ain't trying to go in that bitch with a patch on my eye looking like Solid Snake. Dun, 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 snake.
large esophagus or colon, and heart problems, including an
motherfucker said, or colon, what? Esophagus or the colon? God damn, that's fucked up. It's coming out of both ends, though. That shit bad. Pause.
Yeah, and it gets enlarged. So that's real bad. This I'm talking about shit that's happening inside your body that you can't even motherfucking see. No one can see they motherfucking intestines getting enlarged, or they fucking liver exploding, kidney falling out and you shitting it out. Like die on the toilet. Like, man, nigga, like the CDC is trying to kill us. Motherfucking symptoms may include temporary blindness, thoughts of suicide, separation of thigh meat,
large heart failure, altered heart rate or rhythm, or even sudden death.
That shit, wow.
That motherfucker said, or even sudden death. So that means, goddamn, you get bit by this fucking bug, you just gonna pass out and die. Like, goddamn. And sudden death.
Those niggas are injecting death in these fucking insects and shipping them out there in the world so you can die. Man, dog, there is no allegedly with this shit no more, man. Fuck the bullshit. These motherfuckers are making bioweapons, and if they can't get a successful bioweapon, they're just going to inject the animals and send them out there in the world and let some shit happen. Do y'all remember when the monkeys attacked that lady? We need to find out if she all right. Because those monkeys supposedly had some shit in them. Yeah, motherfuckers thought I forgot about that shit. Y'all must have forgot on some Roy Jones shit. Y'all must have forgotten like Roy Jones. Nigga.
Chagas is caused by a parasite, and anti-parasitic treatments are effective if taken early. Now, there are no drugs or vaccines to prevent Chagas disease, so the best thing to do is to limit contact with kids.
See? There is no cure for this shit. So, like I said, the fucking CDC just motherfucking injecting bugs, throwing it out there in the world, no cure for it. Just watch a whole bunch of people fucking die. Nigga, what the fuck? Watch the snap, everybody. This is why I say on my Fuck the Government podcast, why do I say fuck the government? They're killing us through the food, through the water, through the air, through disease. Fluoride in your water, GMOs in your food. Check. A whole bunch of shit that's dropping down from the goddamn sky from these chemtrail planes I can't even spell. But I can spell mercury. And the CDC is making these fucking diseases and creating bioweapons and turning your ass into a possible bioorganic weapon on some Resident Evil shit. Y'all better wake up.
Bugs. They are mostly active at dusk or overnight, so experts really recommend taking steps to keep these bugs out of your house.
Yeah, man, that's me. That's me. I always get you with that, Jordan. I don't know why. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing because, you know, I am the god of wind, storms, and fire. You know what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes the god of wind is talking. Sometimes the god of storms will be talking. Sometimes the god of fire be talking. And sometimes my multiple personality disorder kick in. You will hear Swisher. You will hear Slurricane sometimes. You will hear Jesse the Great sometimes. You will hear Hurricane sometimes. Fuck that. You hear me now. See? Self-diagnosed. Multipersonalitydisorder.com. This is why I gotta be a fucking voice actor. I gotta use my motherfucking diagnosis to my advantage. I gotta get paid. Money, 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 money. I want to be a bad guy on Power Rangers. Y'all don't even got to see my face. I'm in a motherfucking suit talking in the studio. While y'all see a nigga fighting, I'm in the studio. I'm in the studio.
Any cracks or gaps and using screens on windows and doors.
Now, the picture you just showed of the kissing bug, it looks a lot like other bugs that I've seen around here. How do you even know the difference?
Yeah, so locally, actually, the kissing bug looks very similar to the stink bug.
Exactly.
That's what jumps to mind. Now,
It looks just like the stink bug. So now a lot of people are going to be so fucking paranoid because ain't nobody going to do their research and ain't nobody going to try to get up close and look real, look real close and, like for the shit to probably jump on their ass. But, man, anybody got time for that? So now niggas going to be scared all over this bitch now because, like, those stick bugs all over the place. But that chaga shit looks just like the stick bug. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same shit. I won't be surprised because if they look alike, they got to be from the same fucking family. So, I'm just saying use your common sense, critical thinking, and comprehension skills. If the motherfucker look like the motherfucker, it got to be from the same group. Now, one may not have the Chagas disease and the other one do, but it got to be a small form of it inside of the motherfucking, I guess, the family of the stick bug or some shit like that. Whatever. I need my, goddamn, I used to love science. I used to have books about animals, insects, fish, dinosaurs, science projects and shit. Man, I miss those days. But at the end of the day, you got to go home and be poor and homeless and shit. I'm like, I can't wait to go to fucking school.
some differences in the coloring and the body shape. Kissing bugs actually have a little.
Yep. Let's instill fear in some people to be scared of bugs that you can barely see.
Yeah.
Bit of red to them, and they're shaped a little bit differently. But honestly, I'm not really interested in getting up that close to them to tell the difference.
Thank you. Anybody even gonna even try to get close for it to jump up and attack you or some shit?
Good news I will say is kissing bugs are not common in Michigan, and realistically, you should just remove the bug regardless. You shouldn't squish them, by the way. Either stink bugs or kissing bugs. Stink bugs because they're stinky. Kissing bugs because they can actually release chagas.
That's a goddamn lie. These small motherfuckers, as soon as you step on it, it's gonna release the man. Get the fuck out of here. This ain't no video game. Step on a bug and some like green mist come out and you all infected and shit. Like poison. Take away -10 MP every time you walk and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, but the good thing is,
so now they're sending the fear tactic. Don't kill the bug because it could release chagas. It's a little ass fucking bug. So you're telling me it's gonna, so that you stump it with your shoe on that's protecting your feet with its sole. Man, get the fuck out of here. Talking about instilling fear in some NPCs and sheep.
they're not in Michigan. Okay, remember
Hopefully it stays that way. Thank you, doctor.
It is in Michigan because y'all just talked about it in Michigan. This is Channel 4 in Detroit. You know, this is from my city.
New York City. Shouts out in your city. Yeah, that was Detroit. Okay. Damn, what? I only got 21%. I gotta charge this motherfucker. Let me charge this. Let me charge this real quick. All right. God damn it. There we go. Let's go to Japan. Now, shouts out to Japan, everybody. Hop on y'all ships. You about to go to Japan. Japan is the shit because I fuck with anime, manga. I fuck with Japanese horror. Japanese horror, Korean horror is my motherfucking go-to. There's the only motherfuckers that know how to scare me. I think like the last movie that scared me over here, like just a little bit, was the Smile movie, just because of the concept of the entity that's in it. And then when you finally get the big reveal, it's some scary shit. I was like, okay. This is a long, drawn-out movie, but the payoff was worth it. I wish the star character was a finer-looking woman. I'm like, the sexy woman was the one that motherfuckers deleted herself. I'm like, damn, she was fine as hell. But as soon as she started smiling, I was like, all right, sexy, scary. Oh, shit! So I was like, oh, shit. But we going to Japan. Japan is trying to help us out, y'all. For us that love manga and anime, they're trying to make their own payment processor so they can get some shit done. This will be a good victory. And I forgot. I was like if y'all want to deal with this motherfucking bullshit, I think y'all should go work with Africa. But Japan was like, Africa making their own shit. We gonna make our own shit. But we're going to need some funding. We need to holler at the Yakuza. The Yakuza like, yeah, nigga, we'll help. Fuck the government. Fuck Visa, MasterCard. Nigga, they doing some mafioso tactics. Nigga, we the Yakuza. We got your back. Let's do this shit. I hope this shit get off the ground, y'all. Let's go.
We've unfortunately had to talk a lot about payment processor censorship over the past couple of months, and while it hasn't looked like it's getting any better, we have seen some different companies standing up against them. Steam called them out, GOG called them out, and now a Japanese anime and manga storefront is launching their own payment service to fight back.
Yeah.
I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I understand that there are a lot of creatives out there and also companies out there who do not want to speak up about the situation because they are afraid of having the payment options they rely.
Pussy. I'm not gonna say nothing because I'm gonna lose my money. I know it's wrong, but I need my money. You're a pussy. You know how many people love anime and manga? You wanna like
on ripped away from them and these company services ripped away from them. But at the same time, if you do not fight back and if you do not speak up, it's only going to get significantly worse because companies will try to take an inch, but really they will secretly take a mile, and it will be far too late to fight back when you find out all of their major plans. Now, we do know that a company like Visa actually wants into the video game industry. They're hiring people to kind of scout the industry and figure out ways for them to kind of break in. And it seems that they are already trying to stifle their competition. But in general, I do think that with the timing coinciding with the Online Safety Act, it was pretty apparent that they were going to do this no matter what around this time, even if the collective shouts didn't make a fuss. But it says, in finally standing up to the current wave of Western Puritanism and its grip on private business worldwide, the Japanese digital storefront DL site, itself a popular source for various otaku-related media, including manga, video games, and doujin, has launched their own personal payment processor with the goal of creating a society where all customers can cherish what they love and enjoy content with peace of mind. Now,
that's a fucking revolution. You feel me? Whether anybody know it or not, people probably think on a surface level, okay, they started a payment process to help out people. Nigga, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than that. They just created a society now. So y'all can be able to enjoy your content and people can be able to still motherfucking keep their businesses. Awesome. Viva la revolution. You don't have to be a violent one. You know, it don't have to be a violent one. But it's soon going to happen because if the government or the, let's just say the payment processors along with the government try to stop these people, like how the state of Florida is trying to stop a motherfucker over there in Florida and shit, the shit is going on at the same time. Watch the snap. New World Order. So, you know, I'm joining that society. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas gonna have to either gatekeep they shit or try to find a way to motherfucking do some other shit. Because me, I went straight to becoming a pirate and a hacker. I said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I'm gonna get my content one way or the other. I'm gonna just have to become a pirate or a hacker. Who gives a shit, right? They don't give a fuck about us. I'm gonna give a fuck about them. Run your motherfucking digital pockets, bitch. What's in your digital wallet?
Actually have never heard about them until now, but I certainly know that I'm going to be supporting them going forward. We know that when it comes to Japan, they were hit the first, and they so far have been hit the hardest. Of course, a lot of their video games are censored. That is because of Zero as well. But we also know that there are certain sites like Manga Library that had to be shut down because Ken Akamatsu had said they were pressuring them, and there was really no way around the restrictions put upon them, which is, of course, so sad to see happen. And I'm glad that DL site here is trying their best to fight back. We need as many entities as possible doing so. So officially launched on October 6th as a joint venture between DL site operations and its parent company Vivon Inc., the new Mina no Bank payment system is described in its official press release as machine translated by DeepL as a smartphone-based direct account instant payment service where users can manage everything from payments and transfers to deposits, withdrawals, and savings entirely within the app. This initiative is part of a broader collaboration between Geo Holdings and Mina no Bank. Leading the way, the Vivon Group aims to create synergies across the entire Geo Group through integration with its own services, thereby delivering further value. In detailing the...
That shit about to be lit. In the next 5, maybe 10 years, these two companies are going to become probably 10 or 20 that just merge together for the benefit of us enjoying our content and for other people to make their money creating this content. You're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass woman. We love anime. We love gaming. We're going to motherfucking play our shit. Nigga, we're going to watch our shit. We're going to read our shit. And nigga, man, these are people's livelihoods. And these are people's escapism. You know what I'm saying? So, man, let's do this shit. This is a victory. This is a victory for the culture war. You feel me? This is a victory for the culture war. They say, fuck it. We'll just motherfucker come together and just make their own payment processor. Fuck Visa. Fuck MasterCard. If Africa's over there making their own type of internet and payment processor shit, we could do the same shit too. Motherfucker, we Japan. And fuck America for bombing us. And fuck America for attacking us and our art. And our freedom of expression with what we do. Shouts out to Japan. Keep on scaring the shit out of me with y'all motherfucking movies, because that shit be fucking scary as fuck. The ambiance. My God, but the girl be so innocent, man. You can see it in her eyes and shit. Man, she just walking home and get snatched by a fucking entity and shit. I'm like, oh shit. 15 seconds, scared as hell. Already. An American movie, it'd be a badass chick probably walking up the street. Like, we ain't even thinking about her being scared. She just gets snatched up like, oh shit. Oh, that wasn't scary at all. But she was bad though. She had some nice tits. not scary at all. Our movies suck now. Man, since 2015, our movies have not been shit. All right. And like, if I could be honest, I think like the last good motherfucking movies was shit. I'm not gonna count those Marvel Avenger movies, man. Those movies, and it's good for the cinematic universe. I'm not gonna say that, I'm a fan of all of them. I fuck with Captain America: Civil War. I fuck with the first Avengers and the motherfucking Age of Ultron. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. The Infinity War was alright. That Endgame was alright. I was kind of mad at to kill Spider-Man though. Peter was like, man, I ain't feeling too good. I was like, oh no, dog. I know I don't like Tom Holland, man, but you don't kill Spider-Man in front of me. But yeah, that shit was crazy. But yeah, the movie sucked because I watched it crumble. I watched it crumble because I'm a movie buff.
Full mission statement. DL site explained the online payment market is expanding rapidly, with Japan's cashless payment ratio reaching 42.8% in 2024 and further growth expected going forward. Alongside this market expansion, user payment needs are diversifying, demanding more convenient and secure payment experiences. With the service operated by this group, demand for easier and more secure payment experiences was also growing, and they talk about how this is a big plan that they've had for a while, and the Geo Group's philosophy of providing rich and enjoyable everyday living and Vivant's purpose converged, making this initiative possible. Now, I obviously think that we need as many alternatives as possible, because when you only have a few major entities, of course, we've primarily been talking about Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal, they basically hold a monopoly, and they are the ones who hold all of the power, because if those major three blacklist you, sure, there are a couple of other smaller alternatives, but it's definitely not on the scale, and these are the payment options. I would say, just a rough estimate off the top of my head, like 85% of people in the West use when it comes to digital banking, maybe a little bit less. But at the same time, we are talking about behemoth numbers here. And so when they blacklist you, they know it is going to hurt you and could ultimately, yes, lead to your business shutting down. Now, of course,
it's going to lead to a nigga going into alcoholism, drug addiction, or it's going to make a nigga crash out and go to a Visa, MasterCard headquarters and be like, hello, who are you here to see? I'm here to see all of you die. And just blow the secretary's head off at the front desk and start running up the stairs like the movie Protector and just like whooping everybody's ass going all the way up. And the motherfucking master on the top floor waiting for your ass because he knew you was coming. It's like, yeah, nigga, that's Hurricane. Yeah. We finally made him snap, y'all. Everybody get ready. I'm going to blow their ass up with an RPG as soon as I get to that main door. It's going to be handheld made. I'm going to put the piece together right there at the door. They be like, what are you doing? It looks like he's putting together something. Sir, that looks like an RPG. Shoot that motherfucker. And they find out it's a hologram and I'm right behind them. Coming through the window like, Ken, you got a wild ass imagination, son.
A major win for freedom of expression, and fans can only hope that they are able to both survive and thrive in a world where giants like Visa and MasterCard are likely to do all they can to keep their payment processing monopoly. And there are a lot of people on social media that are talking about this, saying how amazing it is that they're doing this. And even though this service is only going to be available in Japan, it may embolden other individuals.
But it's only going to be available in Japan, but I got to cover it because it's a victory for the culture war. And plus, it's a slap back at our government and at Visa and MasterCard. So shouts out to Japan. Shouts out to the motherfucking Japan. Domo arigato, Mr. Revato.
Individuals and other companies to take similar steps and create similar alternatives in places like the West. A lot of people are talking about how I don't think capitalists would like this idea. Using your bank account is ill-advised just because it's direct access to your money. Cards were similar but had fail-safes. Not many other options, though. Guess you could just open an account and transfer money as needed specifically for online purchasing to prevent any major issues. Good for them. Hopefully the model works and others will follow suit. Okay, I should definitely look into this. I literally said this should be done, especially on Steam. Just need Steam and X to develop similar systems. How safe is the system? And obviously there are a lot of questions that we have at this point relating to safety measures, but at the same time, while I hate to be that person, things are probably going to have a problem at first. It does take a long time to get systems like this really hammered out, but I do hope that it blows up and it actually becomes a fully viable option going forward. Again,
maybe like, you fuck with Visa, MasterCard? Nope. I fuck with some shit called Adogodo. What? Oh, no, we don't do that. Y'all better get that Adogodo. Cards and shit. Nigga, everybody gonna have some Hadoken cards. We don't fuck with MasterCard or Visa no more, no. We gonna get those new Japanese cards. Nigga, that shit gonna be cold, y'all. And remember, I tell y'all every day, watch the snap. When the nuclear wars end, the corporate wars begin. Get ready. Get fucking ready. Motherfuckers is building robots. These are going to be the armies for these corporations. Fuck the military. Nigga, it's about to be corporate wars in this bitch. Corporate. Why everybody brainwashed thinking some nuclear shit about to happen? Nah. This shit is about to get robotic. There was a show that came out back in the day called Robot Wars. And it was hosted by Mick Foley from the WWE. I don't know if it was Robot Wars or it was like two different shows where they had robots clashing. Goddamn. All right, that's call number one. I hope my shit don't fuck up. Let me know if y'all hear me. Everybody in y'all mind, I want y'all to put the number 3 on the board because I got a feeling they're going to call me 2 more times. 3 is the magic number. God damn, what the fuck I thought it
is only available in Japan at this point, but if it is majorly successful, we could see an alternative popping up here as well. This is great news. Hopefully more storefronts will do the same. Visa and MasterCard will respond more to money than to a group of activists. And again, I don't think that they started censoring Steam and HIO and artists because of Collective Shout. I think that they're perfectly fine with Collective Shout taking the blame and taking some of the pressure off of them. But I think that this was always their plan.
Nah, they may think that Visa and MasterCard, like, yes, they're thinking about Collective Shout. They're not thinking about us. Like, I am thinking about both of y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Hurricane, and I'm here to eradicate. Hello, everybody. My name is Hurricane, and I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. And I'm all out of motherfucking bubble gum. What? Blam! Shoot the cop in the face. Blam! Shoot the other secretary. Blam! Security guard get hit. Blam! Blam! Nigga trying to run up on me. I don't know who the fuck that nigga was. Blam! Blam! And then after I'm done shooting, 2 lovely ladies walk in holding assault rifles, looking all sexy. They both go in 2 different directions and they start hacking shit, shooting motherfuckers on the way while I walk in slow motion and shit up the stairs like, where the boss at, lady? You're like, he's on the top floor in the penthouse. Thank you, baby. Noodles splatter all over her computer, and I'm dancing up the stairs like the fucking ladies already hacked all the accounts. They like, Maybe meet you on the top floor. Get the motherfucking chopper. Got a wild imagination, Kane.
They had already started doing this years prior somewhere like in Japan. And of course, I've talked about the situation so many times on the channel. There will be a few videos linked on it down below. You can also go to my channel and just type in Visa or MasterCard or payment processors, and all of them will pop up. But in the digital age where video games represent a multi-billion-dollar industry, blending art, entertainment, and expression,
blending art, entertainment, and expression. Blending art, entertainment, and expression. One more time. Art, entertainment, and expression. And the government want to interfere in that. Nah, man, we can't let that happen. We can't let that happen. You say you about to try to make a fight scene? What I say? People's going to be fucking with this AI shit. I was like, look, observe, adapt, overcome. You're going to find a way to use it to your benefit, and whatever you do, people going to like it. Me, y'all remember, like, I was doing this shit for a minute with the Reface app. You know, like putting my face on other motherfucking shit, having the whole fucking scenes and shit. I already been doing it. You know, like it was just in small forms. I didn't want to go all out with it because I don't want my full creativity be taken away. I'm really against all this shit. I'm against all this AI shit because I know it's a form of deception that they're gonna try to use against the people. All they got to do is put my face and my voice in another area and say I did some shit that I know I didn't do. You feel me? So it's like, yo, everybody timestamp everything y'all do. Keep working, keep moving, keep staying busy. The moment you get stagnant for a minute, they be like, get that nigger. Put that nigger in Russia. Have him talking to Putin on some shaking hand shit. I know they're going to try to do me crazy. I know they're going to try to probably do me like Robert F. Williams. But Robert F. Williams still motherfucking put out his revolutionary podcasts. Real shit. Real shit. Real fucking shit. The fucking government try to get that nigga, set that nigga up, talking about he kidnapped some white folk. Man, this nigga's like, oh, this motherfucker's lying. Nigga, I'm out. Nigga, I'm going to Cuba. This nigga went to Cuba, got taken in by the Cuban people, and he set up his revolutionary radio station again and got back flowing. Like I said, I might have to go to another country. You know what I'm saying? But real shit, you know what I'm saying? As long as I got, some lovely ladies, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna motherfucking be my partners in this game we call life. We're gonna work together, start some businesses, get some land and shit, and start our revolution, man. Start our revolution. They got the Siberia labor camps. What? Oh, shit. I'm going to look into that. SiberiaLaborCamp.com.
The battle over content control has emerged. Payment processors like Visa and MasterCard, wielding immense economic leverage, are increasingly dictating what games can be sold on platforms like Steam, effectively censoring the video game industry. Now, of course, the controversy surrounding Visa and MasterCard supposedly censoring video games ignited in mid-July 2025 when Valve, the company behind Steam, the world's largest PC gaming platform, updated the publisher guidelines to prohibit content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by our payment processors.
They're like, oh my God, titties. We need to cover her up. No, this is shut them down. We don't want to see none of that. This is like, that girl looks like a little girl. No, she's 18 and she wields a sword. She protects her family and her community. She's a warrior. But she looks like a little girl. No, she's grown, sir. Well, she looks like a little girl and it's real. That's what the government said. These characters that we fucking draw or the characters that we create or pixelate, it's real. You see how fucked up our government is? It's either the government really truly believe that or someone is telling the government to believe that so they can pass this bullshit. Because you really know what it is. This is an attack on freedom of speech, freedom of expression, take away our livelihoods to the point where we either join with our enemy or we kill they fucking ass and go out in a blaze of fucking glory because like they really want to fucking have martial law so they can justify killing us. Not enough people died during the scamdemic. So they need to get those numbers up. So fuck the government, fuck the parliament, fuck the UN, fuck the WEF, fuck the royal family, fuck the elites, fuck the reptilians, fuck the Zeta Grays, fuck Area 51. Fuck all these evil sons of bitches that's running the shit. Fuck the UN, fuck the WEF, all those fuckers. Everybody can catch these hands and bullets. Allegedly.
And or banking partners. Almost immediately, nearly 500 games, primarily Japanese visual novels and adult-style titles tagged with controversial themes, were delisted. This also happened on HIO. They removed over 20,000 games, and they did put some of them back up. They said that they were filtering through them and combing through them and seeing what type of content were in them. But at the same time, we saw thousands of games
easy to escape.
From sale on these platforms that they might have been on for years at this point. And this is why so many people are so upset, why so many people are fighting back against this. And you love to see it. When people become vocal, it makes it harder for companies to get away with the bullshit that they feel comfortable with pulling. Look at the way Xbox has acted. Microsoft is a behemoth company that thinks that they can get away with anything, and that's why they decided to raise the Game Pass Ultimate price by $10. They felt, we'll face a little bit of backlash, but now they're facing a hell of a lot of it. So I hope that Visa and MasterCard come to their senses and say to themselves, maybe we should respect art, even if we don't agree with it. I highly doubt that's going to happen, though. But regardless, the Japanese anime and manga storefront DL site has launched their own payment service to fight back against credit card censorship, and you love to see it. That's all that I really had to discuss in this video.
Now, since everybody talking about money, we gonna go to part 3, y'all. This is the final Larry Parks video. This is the meat and potatoes of the whole shebang bang when it comes to this corrupt monetary system in the Jewish and in our country as well. This is Larry Parks again. This is his last one. This is part 3. This is part 3, y'all. This is 27 minutes. And like, I wish it was shorter, but it ain't. But this is the HHN Special Report, and I gave you all the news that's going on around the world. Now we got to talk about what's going on in this shit right here. And then we're going to rock out to some music. I usually probably try to start, like I usually play the music in between, but like, I think I just wanted to just like get all the breaking news out the way and then just get to the meat and potato and just rock out in the end, but like basically I do it like when I'm feeling it, I guess. I don't know. My bad, I guess. I usually play music in between. I mean, that's what I meant to say. I didn't mean to say all that other shit. Damn. That's how you know I'm hot. But I'm hot in a motherfucker right now. And I'm going to shoot the government in their shit right now. That's right. I'm geeked up. Star Trek. I don't want to bring my star back up in the sun. I'm starting to see spaceships obey it. I roll with gangsters. Y'all ladies was loving that shit when that came out. Ladies, quit playing like I did love that song. Y'all on the floor, I'm burning perk. I gotta see my doctor. Scotty, go, Miss Scotty, baby. I wanna fly. Oh man, we was getting it in 07, y'all. We was getting it in 07, y'all. Shit. Kaden Feisty will be in the AI movie, The Frequency. That's what's up. Shouts out to all the cats that's doing they thug thizzle. Right. Can't wait for you to see it next episode of The Frequency. On the next episode of The Frequency. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is doing the AI shit their own way. Some people doing it with music. You're doing it with making cinematic shit. Me, I'm just bullshitting, making clips. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody, like finding their niche with it, and that's good. That's good. But Lupe is actually giving his verses to the goddamn MIT. He putting his soul in the goddamn machine. This nigga actually trying to be like, I'm gonna have a 24-hour radio, you just hear my music and shit. I'm like, nigga, you giving their soul to the machine. Sooner or later, they're gonna have another motherfucking rapper that's lyrical as shit, and like, ain't nobody gonna know if that nigga real or not. And then it's gonna be like AI has officially became better than us. You know what I'm saying? So like the lyrical people shouldn't even motherfucking give the AI anything. But but if I do fuck with it heavy, I'm gonna have to pay some bread. I'm gonna have to pay some bread because all this other free shit, like they won't have no AI videos of you shooting at the government or cops. So I'm like, God damn, I'm gonna have to pay some bread in order to really motherfucking make that shit work. Is Hurricane gonna pay that shit? Hell no. I'm trying to get a ticket to Cali. Even the phone agreed. Hell no. I'm trying to go to Cali and to the UK and to the Philippines and then back to the UK and then back to Cali. And then we stay in Cali for a minute. Then we motherfucking come back up here and get some land up in Michigan in the natural disaster safe zone. Natural disaster safe zone in Michigan, baby. Up north, lush land, beautifulness. And as soon as it get cold, we going straight to California, ladies. I want you in the movie too. Well, if you're working with AI, chances are you can probably get a picture of my face, which is right there on that screen, and it should be able to crop or something into some shit. Because like that's how the reface app is. You know, when I was showing the motherfucking videos with I'm a Homelander face and shit, you know, like that was, you know, the reface app. And you know, and that shit made me look like I was in a fucking movie, shooting niggas with laser beams and shit. But yeah, like, you know, I think, you know, is that, or you can probably go to my pictures on Instagram, you know, like you can grab one of them. You know, I think I got myself doing some fighting poses when I was exercising and training, you know, showing off that I lost my weight, you know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah. But let's get off into this last one. This is the meat and potatoes of this. We talk about the monetary system and how fucked up, corrupt it is. This is part 3, which is the last part. They said, nah, I need your permission. I got to send you an invite. Oh, all right. Well, bet it up. So like what, I gotta take a picture or some shit? What? Like I gotta take a picture or something? Have me shooting somebody. I shot a nigga. They say, nah, they said you need permission. What type of AI shit you fucking with, nigga? Like, what did you pay for, dog? It sound like you paid for some shit. How much you pay for that program you fucking with? Like $100, $300, $500. I want to send it to your email. Bet it up, bet it up, bet it up, bet it up. And like I guess if I click on it, I just got to follow the procedure. They're gonna tell me to take off your hat and turn to the right. Take off your hat and turn to the left. Take off your hat, motherfucker. I'll be in this bitch with the do-rag. Theme songs of The Sopranos. Gaze in the key of life. On my mental piano, got a different way of seeing life, like Stevie Wonder, bees under the do-rag. I don't know why the fuck I thought of that song. Fuck Jay-Z. Yeah, a code with the link. Okay, cool. Yeah. If I kind of figured I probably had to click on the link, follow a procedure, turn to the right, turn to the left, look up, look down, complete. Or some shit like that. Well, let's get off into it. And I gotta say this again. Shouts out to Crystal. It's cool. Crystal is cool. She probably hold on, what time is it? 1 o'clock? She's probably resting. Or she probably up, chilling, sipping, smoking. You know what I'm saying? With that smile on her face. I know you over there, Vonta, in the UK, chilling. Thank you, baby. Thank you. All right, let's get off into it. Crystal is cool, sent me this. And this is part 3, which is the final part. Let's get off into it.
Evening, everyone, and welcome to the Larry Parks Show. I'm Larry Parks, and this is the Extreme Consumer Activism Show. We talk about how ordinary people get ripped off by the system. And the system we've been most concerned about for the last 3 years is the monetary system. Tonight, I'm going to be finishing the third part of a 3-part series on why the monetary system violates Jewish law. But before I get started, I just want to
and it violates our shit too. And plus, like Crystal is Cool said, why is Jewish law on our land? Dun, dun, dun.
On how Jon Stewart nailed Mr. Greenspan the night before last when he asked Mr. Greenspan that when the Federal Reserve's lowest interest rates, aren't savers getting the short end of the stick? Because savers get less interest on their savings. These are ordinary people. Greenspan did not have a good answer to that. He said to Mr. Stewart, he said, why don't you read my book? And Stewart did not mention, of course, that not only when they lower the interest rate do ordinary people lose interest on their savings, but also their savings depreciate. It becomes diluted by the extra money that the Federal Reserve turns out. So I want to turn now again to how the monetary system violates Jewish law. And the Jewish law that I'm concerned most about, that everyone should be concerned about, is something called Genivas Das. I'm going to give a quick recap of what this Jewish law is about, and then I'm going to recap very quickly what the first 2 sessions were about. Let's go to the first slide, please. Genivas Das is the Jewish prohibition. It's the next slide, please. The Genivas Das is the Jewish prohibition against deception. Genivas is the verb form of the Hebrew word ganef, which is a thief. Genivas is to steal. Dat is your mind, literally to steal one's mind, but really it's to deceive. And so the literal meaning of Genivas Dat in Hebrew is theft of one's mind, thoughts, wisdom, or knowledge. That is fooling.
That is deep. Pause. You feel me? You feel me? This shit, shouts out to Crystal is cool, man, because we all need to know this. We all need to know this. For real.
Someone and thereby causing him or her to have mistaken assumption, belief, and or oppression. Thus, the term is used in Jewish law to indicate deception, cheating, creating a false impression, and acquiring undeserved goodwill. Let's go to the next slide, please. But this concept, the next slide, please. But this concept of Genivas Das goes beyond lying. Any words or actions that cause others to form incorrect conclusions about one's motives might be a violation of this prohibition. One does not have the right to diminish the ability of another person, Jew or Gentile, to make a fair and honest evaluation, whether in business or interpersonal relationships. Go to the next slide, please. This prescription against Genivas Das is included in the transgression, thou shalt not steal. So in other words, stealing someone's knowledge or deceiving someone, it's part of the 10 Commandments. And Torah explicitly states, distance yourself from false matter. And finally, the last slide, please. The sages believe that there are 7 types of thieves. Of these, the most egregious is the one who steals the minds of the people.
Yeah.
In other words,
they say the ones who steals the minds of the people is the worst of the worst. And this is governments all around the world. And this monetary system got motherfuckers thinking other shit, acting crazy. This is the purpose. And plus, just to find out that it's just paper that has no value. It's like, it's, whoo.
Deceive people at large. That is the worst crime of all. And finally, the next slide, please. This is not a minor prohibition. And the sages thought, says Absalom, the son of King David, deserved death for violating the Torah law against Genivas Das. And by the way, this comes from a terrific essay on the internet by Hershey Friedman. Come back to me, please. So what I talked about in the first 2 sessions of this, first I spoke about how the money that we use deceives people into thinking that the founders endorsed it, when in fact all of the founders spoke against paper money. Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, John Adams, Thomas Paine, and others. And I showed exhibits of the bills that we now have, the federal...
I'm going to make a skit. I'm going to make a skit off of this shit. The founding fathers motherfucker like get resurrected and come back to this time frame and they look at the money. They're like, what the fuck? It's gonna be quick as hell. So I did not approve of this. Like episode 2, nigga, they on their way to the White House shooting everybody up. Like George Washington, Thomas Paine, Alexander Hamilton. And they're gonna be walking in slow motion while everything exploding, like the founding fathers. They did not approve of this shit. Like episode 3, they burned down the Federal Reserve and they find out that the gold is fake and is made out of chocolate. Thomas Paine gonna be eating them bitches like, it's pretty good. Quit eating the gold.
Reserve notes, which have the photographs, pictures, likenesses of these presidents on the bills as if they had endorsed it, when in fact they never would have given their imprimatur to this. Jefferson, of course, thought the paper money was a cheat. Right. And they all did, as did Madison, and all of these people.
Right. Agreed. It's like, shit. Like, why the fuck I should deal with paper money? Bitch, I'm a 33rd degree Freemason. Bitch, I'm rich. But no, the motherfuckers ended up broke. But like what made me mad is if motherfuckers a 33rd degree Mason, how the fuck you end up broke? But then I come to find out you was in debt with the motherfucking British. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, you can walk around as a powerful motherfucker, but you just as broke as those fucking slaves. That's the funny shit. While the slaves thinking, oh, like Master got everything. No, Master walking around with his head down like, man, I owe the British everything. While motherfucking Benjamin Franklin was a secret agent playing both sides of the fence and was a motherfucking Freemason in the secret societies. That's why the niggas on $100 bill, because he was balling. Secret agent. I forgot. I think he was what was his age? I think he was Agent 42 or some shit like that. And I forgot what I read. I think I read the book called The Biggest Secret. And then it led me back to the motherfucking articles that he was writing. Then at the time I was playing Assassin's Creed 3, and like the secret items that you find is all Benjamin Franklin letters. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just reading about this. So I'm correlating the letters in the Assassin's Creed video game with the shit that I found, and everything matches up. So I'm like, holy shit. Benjamin Franklin was a fucking secret agent. He was a fucking secret agent. Oh shit. I wouldn't be surprised if MI5 told Franklin to be like, yo, nigga, go become a Freemason, go fuck with the British the revolution and fuck with the revolution. Go, to go over there. But here's what's crazy. There was British people and American people going to the same goddamn lodge. And they gotta go out back out and fight each other. That shit was fucking crazy at that time. Reading about this crazy ass shit. Right. Hell yeah. Shout out to In the Groove. His words I got all the ref in my handlers won't allow me to touch their account. Exactly. Nigga, like, what the fuck?
Here on the paper money. Then I spoke about the misrepresentations on the paper money itself, the fact that they're called notes. They are not notes. In order to be notes, you need a payee and a due date. And it used to be that the notes, the payee was the bearer and the due date was on demand, but that was taken off, but they're still called notes. And that is an out-and-out misrepresentation, violation of Jewish law. And then I spoke about how the monetary system violates the provisions in the Constitution, which does not allow for paper money. And as a matter of fact, the Constitution only gives the general government the power to coin money. And this was the understanding of the founders. Let's go to the next slide, please. And tonight I'm going to be talking about misrepresentation by banks and non-disclosure of material information. Misrepresentation by banks and non-disclosure of material information. Come back to me, please. So part of the prohibition against misrepresentation, the Gnevus Das commandment, is that you're not allowed to leave people with the wrong impression. And particularly, you're supposed to do full disclosure. Now, we have in the United States, in the securities field, for example, there's something in the Securities and Exchange Regulation called the 10b-5 rule. And the 10b-5 rule says that you have to do full disclosure. So when you sell stocks to the public, if you leave important information out, you are violating the 10b-5 rule, and it is a felony, and you can go to jail. In states like California, when they sell you real estate, if that real estate is in an earthquake zone, you have to disclose to the potential buyer. You cannot say everybody knows that California is an earthquake zone. You have to disclose to people that it's in an earthquake zone.
Right. And here's another example. When you're selling a house to someone, you gotta tell them that the last family that was here said some strange things was happening in the attic. Now, I don't believe in ghosts and shit, but this house might be haunted. You got to tell them that. Because if you don't, y'all seen the movies. Somebody ain't tell me that the house was haunted. Nigga hang up immediately, shut his phone off, and leave the country.
In the field of the monetary system, however, as you'll see momentarily, very material information is not disclosed, and people are wildly, they just don't know, which is one of the reasons why the people who produce the irredeemable paper ticket money, which is not the government. People think the government produces all our money, when in fact it's all produced by the banking system. These people are violating Jewish law. Let's go to the next slide, please. So first I want to talk about misrepresentations by banks. So banks promise, and you've all heard this since you were little kids, you can get your money back on demand. This is a false promise. It's really a contingent promise. And really what they need to say is you can get your money back provided not too many people want to do so at the same time, that the banks haven't lost the money, that they haven't tied it up for long periods in investments and it's not available. And they never disclose the risks to which they put that money. Come back to me, please. So in other words, if I asked you to lend me, say, $10,000 or any substantial amount of money, what goes through your mind? What's the first thing that comes to mind when someone says to you, lend me some money? And the answer is, well, how do I know I'm going to get my money back? And what's my security in case you lose it? And what are you going to do with the money? The banks don't tell you any of this stuff. In fact, they tell you you can get your money back on demand.
They tell you what they motherfucking tell you off of South Park. And it's gone.
But again, this is a false promise. It's really a contingent promise. Let's go to the next slide, please. And then they misrepresent the basic banking relationship. The notion of calling it a deposit is a misleading term because money deposited in a bank in law and in fact becomes the bank's money. And the bank may then...
Told you, and it's gone.
Use that money any way it wishes. It can buy real estate, make loans, gamble, or whatever. And the money...
But our government fund wars and trafficking and wars and trafficking and wars...
goes on the bank balance sheet as a liability, and the depositor is in fact and in law an unsecured creditor. Come back to me, please. So people are not mindful of this. So again, if I asked you to loan me money, you're going to look to see what I'm going to do with that money. You're going to be concerned about the collateral. You're going to be concerned about the safety. But if I tell you you're a depositor, now I'm misleading you into telling you that, and really not disclosing to you, not giving you the full story on what's happening with your money. And in this way, the banks are misrepresenting the basic relationship. And again, this violates Jewish law. Let's go to the next.
It violates our rights too. I know my rights.
Right, please. And here I show you that the absence of risk disclosure, the fact that the banks misrepresented the basic banking relationship, this led to lax what they call counterparty surveillance. This is when you would ask me questions. What are you going to do with the money? That's called counterparty surveillance. And as a result of this lack of counterparty surveillance,
I'm going to use the money to buy a business, sir. No. How did you get this money? You look like a drug dealer.
the banks are able to leverage up. And in fact, when the banks extend a loan, they create the money for the loan. It's a book entry. Come back to me, please. So people don't understand how this works. They think that the banks are really intermediaries, that they put money in the bank and the bank then takes that money and loans it to somebody else at a higher interest rate. That is not the case, folks. In fact, when the bank loans money to somebody, they don't take money out of anybody's account. So if you put money in a bank, that money stays there. I mean, you have a book. When I say it stays there, you always have a claim on that money. When a bank loans money to someone else, whether it be for a mortgage or for a car loan or for a credit card and whatnot, it creates that money out of nothing. This is not properly disclosed, and this is what they mean by bank leverage. So again, the banks are misrepresenting.
Great episode. In the end, Kyle the Jew take everyone's debt. See, that's why I'm glad I know a whole bunch of pop culture shit. Because most of y'all know exactly what the fuck I be talking about when I be doing these quotes. Shouts out to y'all, man. Let's get back to it.
To the people. Now, what does the Federal Reserve have to say about this? Well, it turns out a couple of years ago, a fellow by the name of Patrick Parkinson, who is an associate director of the Division of Research and Statistics, gave testimony before the Committee on Banking and Financial Services and the House of Representatives. And here's what he said exactly. Let's go to the next slide, please. He says, if market discipline is to be effective, counterparties of a firm, these are, say, the people who deposit money in a bank, must obtain sufficient information to make reliable assessments of its risk profile, both at the inception of the credit relationship and throughout its duration. Furthermore, they must have in place mechanisms that place limits on the credit risk exposure that become more stringent as the firm's riskiness increases and its creditworthiness declines. Come back to me, please. None of this is present when people put their money in banks. So out of the very words of the Federal Reserve officials, the banks are misrepresenting to people. They are violating Jewish law, and this leads to instability in the monetary system. And of course, the instability leads to loss of savings, loss.
And going back to that comment, Kyle the Jew took everyone's debt. If you're talking about this Jewish law shit, everything come back full circle, man. That is awesome. That's synchronicity. Even the phone agrees. Synchronicity and confirmation. Catalog it.
Pensions, loss of jobs, loss of annuities, and as I speak to you, sad to say, folks, the wheels have come off the cart completely, and this system is spiraling out of control, not only in the United States, but around the world. And now I want to turn to the issue of non-disclosure of material information. So what information would be proper to include on the irredeemable paper ticket money if they were going to do full disclosure? Well, first and foremost, they would have to disclose that the dollar no longer has what's known in the scientific world as a unit of dimension. There's a little story to this. So it seems when Isaac Newton, one of the most brilliant men who ever lived, say for Aristotle, maybe the most brilliant man who ever lived, as a reward to Isaac Newton, at the end of the 17th century, the British made him the warden of the mint. He was in charge of the mint in Great Britain. And shortly after he became warden of the mint, the Bank of England, which was on the gold standard, what that meant was that the bank would issue putatively redeemable paper money that was supposedly redeemable into gold on demand. But it turned out that nobody's going to get their gold. And why would they? What do you do with the gold once you got it? Better to leave it in the bank. And so the bankers came to Newton. They said, well, let's forget about the gold. I mean, no one's redeeming it anyway. Just let's go with the paper money. And Newton answered not as an economist, not as a moralist. He answered as a scientist. And what he said, if you break the link to gold, the paper will no longer have a unit of dimension. What a unit of dimension is, it's a matter of weight or distance or volume, but something you can actually measure. So if there's no link to gold, the paper money has no unit of measure. And Newton was so brilliant and so well regarded at that time. For 200 years, the British did not break the link to gold. Today, our money has no unit of dimension. It is just what they call an illusion. Sometimes you see in the literature it's referred to as a unit of information. This is all perfect nonsense. So in other words, you work all your life, you save, you put away for retirement, and what do you have? You have something that's just ink on paper or little blips in a computer pointing you away. You don't really.
Yep. And that's what I always said. Like when shit go digital, I'm like, nigga, the money is an illusion. It's not existent. It's just digits in a fucking computer. And the paper is just monopoly money. Motherfucking people say this shit back in the day, like, nigga, like, this shit is not good. This shit is gonna fuck our people up. It's like, yo. And it was like, we don't give a fuck. Nigga, we gonna do this shit because we the evil Illuminati. And since y'all don't like what we doing, founding fathers, after we get done murking you in this country, we're gonna throw your face on the shit that you hate. No, you can't do this to me. We already did. Show him the dollar bill. That looks like you, Mr. Washington. How dare you? I have an army. Your army can't beat the Illuminati. We got the reptilians, bitch. We in space with invisible ships ready to nuke your ass. To be continued.
You have anything. And in fact, what you've noticed, if you've been around for a while, is that in the last 50 years, the purchasing power of this money has declined by something like 90-some-odd%. In other words, if you had saved your money from the 1950s on, you've lost more than 90% of the purchasing power just on the money. How can that be fair? How can that be honest? And in fact, it's not honest. And of course, I think one of the primary things is that there is no link to anything in the real world with the money. Let's go to the next slide, please. Today, our money is no longer redeemed. Next slide, please. Today, our dollars are no longer redeemable into anything. Come back to me, please. This is something that's not disclosed on the money. In the last show, I showed you a sample of a dollar bill where it said at the bottom, it was a promise to pay $1. It actually had that picture of George Washington, and at the bottom it said it was a promise to pay $1. And then they took that promise to pay $1 off, and the broken promise to pay $1 became $1. And so the paper money, it's just a piece of paper. And sure, you can get somebody to take it, maybe, but what's happening now all over the world is that the dollar is losing purchasing power at a very quick rate. And in fact, at the end of the day, it's going to go like all the paper money has always gone since the time of John Law in the middle of the 18th century, early part of the 18th century. And that is the purchasing power of paper money always approaches its cost of production, which is near zero. And that's what's in the cards, folks. So the dollar is not redeemable to anything. This is something that's not disclosed, that ought to be disclosed if they were honest about the paper money. Let's go to the next slide, please. Dollars have value because people believe that other people, both at home and abroad, will continue to accept them for their goods and services. Come back to me, please. This is something that it's assumed, that somebody else is going to take these dollars. But I can remember, I'm old enough to recall that in 1971, on August 15th, when President Nixon reneged on the sovereign promise of the United States government to redeem dollars at the rate of $35 for an ounce of gold to central banks, when he broke that promise, there was havoc in Europe. Americans who were in Europe, they couldn't use their dollars to buy plane tickets to get home. And so this notion that always that somebody around the world is going to accept the irredeemable paper tickets for their goods and services, this is not disclosed, the fact that this is what's dependent on here. And one of the things that we depend on very strongly here at home is imported oil. We use something on the order of 22 million barrels a day, and of those 22 million barrels, roughly 12 or 13 million barrels are imported. And what are they paid with? They're paid for, how do we pay for them? We pay for them with the irredeemable paper tickets. Well, who gets the money? Well, people in Saudi Arabia, people in Nigeria, people in Venezuela, but all around the world now, people are starting to question this. And various countries like Venezuela and soon Russia and others are not going to accept dollars for their oil. They're going to be paid in something else. Of course, the something else is also irredeemable paper tickets like euros or yen, and all this stuff's going away. But let me tell you, if we don't have those extra 12 million barrels of oil a day, America shuts down, and in particular, California shuts down. Another fact which is not disclosed on the irredeemable paper ticket money. Let's go to the next slide, please. They don't disclose to folks that dollars are created flat out of nothing by the U.S. banking system, mostly by commercial banks. Come back to me, please. And this is very important. In 1946, we had in America roughly $150 billion. Today, according to the Federal Reserve, it's something in the order of 12 trillion. Now, they stopped publishing that number. It's called the M3 number. There are proxies for it. When they stopped publishing it, was something up to something like 11 trillion. So where did all this extra money come from? And the answer is it's just book entries in banks. Of that roughly 12 trillion, the Federal Reserve created about 800 billion, flat out of nothing. That's their whole balance sheet. The other 11.2 trillion was created flat out of nothing by banks. And of course, they get interest and fees for creating this money. And the bankers and the whole Wall Street crowd, they have become fabulously rich on this. And ordinary people who save their money, as Jon Stewart pointed out to Mr. Greenspan the other night, these people get the short end of the stick. They're losing the interest on their savings, and of course their savings are depreciating. This is as egregious dishonesty. I mean, it's institutionalized stealing on a worldwide basis, and they're really stealing from ordinary people for the benefit of a very small clique of very well-to-do people in the financial field. That's what's going on. Let's go to the next slide, please. And here's a disclosure that ought to be made. And this is a fact. So if, in the judgment of the Federal Reserve, there needs to be additional liquidity, read liquidity to mean additional money in the system, then the Federal Reserve may create additional dollars. I put in dollars in quotation marks because in no way are these dollars related to the dollars mentioned in the Constitution in unlimited quantities. And this generation of additional dollars will dilute the purchasing power of dollars that have been saved or promised for future payment.
Much love to my goddess Crystal. It's cool. We on part 3, baby. Are you just waking up, getting ready for work? Getting ready for work, baby. Let me give you a hug real quick. Much love to Crystal. Shouts out to Crystal for this video too. You know, I gotta give you a shout outs, baby.
Such as pensions or annuities, come back to me, please. So in other words, they need to disclose to people. I mean, if they were honest, if they wanted to give people the correct impression about what this money is about, they'd have to let you know that the Federal Reserve stands ready to create money without limit. And these are Mr. Greenspan's words, and he said this many times, not just one time. This little book that I wrote about him, What Does Mr. Greenspan Really Think? You can get it from Barnes & Noble, or it's a free download off the FAME website. Several times he said that the Federal Reserve stands ready to create money without limit. So if you and I say we're partners in some small business, and the business issued each of us, say, 50 shares of stock, so we're 50-50 owners, but I have the right to issue additional shares in unlimited quantities to my friends, I could dilute you down to zero. And that's exactly what's happening, folks. So people who have saved, who have promises of future payment, pensions, annuities, or whatnot, the money being created, in effect, depreciates their ownership. And even people like...
Yep. We covered that in the first 2 videos. I think you was here. Yep, I think we talked about that. Yeah, we talked about it. Yep, because like this is his last video. This part 3.
Madison, James Madison, when he was president of the country, pointed out that the fact that the paper money is really a violation of property rights. In other words, you're stealing people's savings.
No,
so this is another thing that really needs to be disclosed.
I don't think he said
right
that
on
part,
the bills. So if you want to do proper disclosure, you have to show people
but I didn't
right
hear
up
about
front,
that,
not in some esoteric way where they have to go search on the internet to find this out. And this is not being done. Let's go to the next slide, please. They would have to disclose also that the creation of these new dollars flat out of thin air has depreciated the dollar's purchasing power by more than 90% since 1950. Come back to me, please. Who's even mindful of the fact, when they talk about inflation at 2%, this is nonsense. I mean, anybody who's in the real world knows that money is depreciating something in the order of 8-10% a year. And I have showed you in prior programs the studies put together by John Williams of Shadow Government Statistics, where he showed that this consumer price index methodology, the way they actually compute it, has been changed 4 times since the Clinton years. And in fact, the money is being depreciated maybe 8-10% a year. Let's go to the next slide, please. They would need to disclose as well, if they were going proper disclosure, that dollars are in no way obligations of the U.S. government. So sometimes you hear this notion that dollars have the full faith and credit of the United States government. The signatures of the Secretary of the Treasury and the Treasurer are gratuitous. Come back to me, please. So if you look at your bills and you see those signatures on them and whatnot, that's part of the design. I mean, the government is not promising to do anything. I mean, the government has really almost nothing to do with this. This has all been delegated to the banking system, and the banking system is robbing people blind. Let's go to the next slide, please. They would have to disclose, in order to do full disclosure, that dollars are just tokens. They're paper tickets. Come back to me, please. So in other words, it's not even real money. It's like play money, except they made it legal tender. And the fact that it's legal tender means that if you don't accept it, you don't have to be paid. So if I owe you, or if we have a dispute, it's adjudicated in a court, the court is going to award the aggrieved party damages in the legal tender. And so the legal tender, which again is created flat out of nothing, it may have no value whatsoever, that's the stuff that's used. Mr. Greenspan, by the way, in a letter to Ron Paul, now running for president, actually stated that as long as we have fiat money, arbitrary, irredeemable paper ticket money, we have to have legal tender. Let's go to the next slide, please. I've already covered this slide. Go to the next slide, please. This is the one where I talked about the money creation going from 150 billion to 12 trillion. Go to the next slide, please. Here's another disclosure they would need to make. That the United States government has extended roughly $7 trillion in guarantees, mostly to government-sponsored entities. These are people like Fannie Mae or Ginnie Mae. And should these guarantees be called, then there's risk that significant amount of additional dollars will have to be created, thereby diluting the purchasing power of dollars that have been saved or promised for future payment, such as pensions. Come back to me, please. So in other words, the promise, that the guarantees that the government makes, these are not properly disclosed. Who even knows about these guarantees? And in fact, in addition to the guarantees, the companies like Fannie Mae and Ginnie Mae and whatnot, they have guaranteed the entire balance sheet of the banking system. So the bank's assets are systemically guaranteed by the so-called lender of last resort, which is really not a lender, it's just a bailout. And that bailout window is open today, folks, and they can accept as collateral and change into money rotten bananas if they want. I mean, anything they want, they can change into money, and they will change into money. And this fellow Bernanke, who runs the Federal Reserve, for whatever reason, he is not mindful of how this depreciates the savings and the purchasing power of seniors and people who are on pensions, people who have retired on annuities and whatnot. These people are getting cheated by this system. Now let's go to the next slide, please. And this is really the most significant threat which really needs to be disclosed, and that is the so-called rocket scientists on Wall Street, through financial innovation, have created something like $400+ trillion in derivatives. Derivatives are just bets. Come back to me, please. Now, of this 400+ in derivatives, and I have a chart to show this. Why don't we put the chart up? It's the next slide. Of this 400+ trillion, and this chart ends in 2006, it's just about 380, but it's north of 400 today. Of those derivatives, roughly 130 trillion is in United States banks, and of that 130 trillion, 125 trillion is in 3 banks. Come back to me, please. And those 3 banks are JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, and Bank of America. Now, what does this mean, derivative bets? These are just gambling. As a matter of fact, if you read the financial press, like the Financial Times or whatnot, they actually refer to these derivatives as bets. These bets are all off balance sheet. So in the event that the banks win these bets, and they win them a lot, they get to keep the money. Should something go wrong, then you pay. How do you pay? Well, the Federal Reserve stands ready to bail these banks by creating money without limit. Without limit, which means anything that's denominated in dollars will become depreciated. I don't know how people buy into this. And I don't understand how our so-called, actually I do understand, but I don't like it, how our so-called elected representatives let this get by them. How people like Mr. Schumer now, who's complaining bitterly about the plight of the people who got sucked into these subprime mortgages, how come he's on the Senate Banking Committee? Why doesn't he say something about this business, the risk, the money will be depreciated to zero? And what is the contingency plan for the Federal Reserve and for the Treasury in the event, I should say, when this actually occurs? And the answer is de facto martial law. And as I speak, there is now on the White House website a national security directive, which in effect gives the president plenipotentiary power in the event of what they call a national catastrophe. And among the catastrophes that they're concerned about is an economic catastrophe. And right at the bottom of the list of all these economic catastrophes is if people lose confidence in the financial system. If people lose confidence in the financial system. Well, let me tell you, folks, the only reason people lose confidence in the financial system is because it doesn't deserve their confidence. And it is, in effect, it is corrupt, it is dishonest. They are cheating ordinary people out of their savings, out of their promises of future payment, and it is really disgusting. And the bottom line here, the point I want to make is that this violates the Genevas Das commandment in Jewish law. Jewish law condemns this kind of behavior, and anybody who's Jewish, or especially people who are observant Jews, should take note of this. I'm right down at the end, and this concludes my three-part presentation on how the monetary system violates Jewish law. It's been a real honor and privilege to come into your homes to present to you on this. Thank you very much.
That's what's up. Shout out to everybody. We're going to rock out until my boss called me. Oh, shit, I got to. All right, shit. Oh, all right, cool. We at 210. We at 210. We can still rock out. Play that Ice-T intro. Shut up and be happy first. I ain't trying to get copyrighted. But shout out to everybody coming through. Hashtag fuck the government and their monetary system.
Rolled up a clip, about to shoot the cop dead in the fucking lake. This that rapper shit, next level shit. Make them think they on grave with the shovel queen. Hurricane be the name, I'm a boss. Metal gear on me, knocking motherfucking heads off. Raise the grave, make the dead walk. Raid every power structure in they motherfucking red cross. About to creep in the White House. Where the fuck the president about to murk that nigga right now? Got my girl with the snipe rounds. Shoot the fed in his head cause the bitch wouldn't pipe down. Motor City is the fight time. Joe Louis with the hands, give it to you, see the 9 rounds. You can hit that shit from 9 times. They say hurricane, put your gun down. I'ma tell them no, no, say y'all, no, no. If they tell you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no. Hurricane got a blast quick. Close quarters combat, guarantee you get your ass kicked. Flip a nigga with a mad blitz. Better watch the snap, you can tackle through a glass bitch. Flying kicks in the flash flicks. I'm the last man standing, you be lying in the grass, bitch. Bump the head to the Pentagon. After that, I'm blowing up 10 fools of synagogues. I know I'm a synagogue, but when I get up there, I'm killing you and your fucking mob. Cause you ain't do your fucking job. On the pain in this world, I can't spell the fucking rhyme. Create us a newer earth. Cast the evil government to the ends of the universe. Now they telling me to calm down. I would never put my fucking gun down. I'ma tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no, 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 no. If they want you to comply, better tell them no.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? If they brought you chicken pie, better tell them no. If they brought you chicken pie, better tell them no. If they brought you chicken pie. HHN Special Report.
Pulling out that rifle, sniping headshots. Your brains is gonna be dying. I'm the wrath of the Titans, still the government tonight. And that my blade is gonna be slicing. There'll be no more sacrifices. Selling children for some prices. Gotta save them all tonight. Get it in the dough. The least to get down on the floor. As I smoke, pull a gun out the coat. Shoot you in your throat. Time to go on another mission. Sniper in position. Tell my girl, listen, I'm about to walk into this building. If you see some people running out, you shoot them in the dome. Then we gone, about to smoke a bone. So we make it home in the zone. Take it to the room, girl, it's time to bone. After that, I got a mission on my new encrypted phone. Hacking all the analytics, all the symbols and digits, all the picture of the target. Now it's time to go and get him. Made it to the location when the Rico shirt and did him. Dressed like a homeless person when I walked up and killed him. Occupy the Getty, occupy the Getty, bitch. Occupy the Getty, time to save the children quick. Occupy the Getty, occupy the Getty, bitch. Occupy the Getty, middle finger to the government. Occupy the Getty, occupy the Getty, bitch. Occupy the Getty, time to save the children quick. Occupy the Getty, occupy the Getty, bitch. Occupy the Getty, middle finger to the government. Not a joke, they gon' go for broke. Infiltrate a boat, where to go? Heard they got the kids on the bomb float, so let's go. I need 3 teams, rifles with the beams, cut the power on the boat. They will never see a thing. We got night vision creeping in, see the evil plan again. Fuck the 10 laws, I'm the last of my assassin kid. And your business leaders, I'll get you with a dragon kid. Shoot your fucking bankers, y'all will never fucking laugh again. Mr. Prime Minister and Mr. President, chop their body up, throw their bodies in the fucking bed. Shoot the captain now while the dude captain does the shit. Knocking down the floor, save the kids, then we gotta do. Yes, fuck the government, time for us to take them down. Frequency weapon, this my revolutionary sound. Fuck the police, never scared, gotta take them down. Fuck the police, never scared, gotta take them down. Occupy the Getty, occupy the Getty, bitch. Occupy the Getty, time to save the children quick.
Gotta hope I don't get a phone call in the middle of this goddamn live. HHN Special Report.
Revolution. Hey. You know what it is? This is the revolution. Time for the high school, had to call the crew up. They pulled up, gave them a bag, made the suit up, smoke on the bag. Blunts bigger than the tuba, loaded the mag. For the brains, they gon' scoop up. All black Jag, armor truck in the Supra. Go to the checkpoint while I call us up the crew up. Inside job, got a chick as the hostess, sneaking around while the motherfucker toasting. Time for the hacking. If we get caught, then it's into the dragon. Armor truck goes through everybody. Spazzing, then the safe open now, everybody grabbing. Go to smoke bomb, God, everybody gasping. Me and the bad bitch blasting, eliminating all these assassins. Called up the gang, told her hop in the Supra. We rolled off, counting on the loot up. Trunk banging, root up. Move, bitch, get out the way before I shoot ya. Flipping every car that I shoot up. Demolition man, understand what I do, bruh. Revolutionary opportunists. Who was? Revolutionary opportunist. Who was? Revolutionary mind. Till the day I die. Revolutionary opportunist.
Back to the hideout. Have to pull the weed and the wine out. Bad bitch, yeah, she had a fine mouth. Give her a cut, I'm out the door. Got a text from my unmarked phone. And code got the cryptic. Whole bunch of feds on the hit list. Assassin's Creed style, now my killer with the quickness. Vicious, caught me solid snake in the bushes. Metal gear gon' be darn, ain't scared to pull it. Burst through the ceiling. I came to get the boss of the building. I'm walking in the hall of the buildings. Feel like Batman on the mission. Elite politicians. Y'all the reason why the kids missing. Occupy the getty, pay attention. Killing hood figures in an instant. They sacrificing women, now they about to catch a whipping. Never catch me slipping, about to load another clipping. Illuminati dipping as I blow up the building. Don't blame Russia, it's me, little bitches. Sniper rifle blasting every hater from a distance. Hacking every bank account and the fucking pension. Cybercrime, I'ma shine in my own dimension. Fuck the metaverse, government and religion. They brainwash through cell phones and television. Hacking every tech in existence. This is the realest, bitches.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Revolution, homie. Revolutionary opportunist. Who was?
The Empire.
Revolution, homie. What he did? Revolutionary opportunist. Who was? Revolutionary mind. Revolutionary opportunist. Who was?
HHN Special Report. You heard it first.
Revolutionary opportunist. We ain't scared of the government. Blood is on. Revolutionary opportunist.
The Empire. Not for the weak-hearted. Salute everybody. Shouts out to everybody coming in for the HHN Special Report. We got to do a part 2. Revolutionary opportunist. Who was?
Let me hit you with this laid back hit. Reminisce about the time while I'm rolling the split. Spending time with a chick, yeah, I hopped in the whip. Mesmerized while she drive as I stare at her tits. I love the suspense that the story commits. Making love in the woods, yeah, that shit was intense. If it's same private property, we hop in the fence. She adventurous, yo, I ain't stopping the chick. We fucking in the labs by the satellite chips. Then I took it to the roof by the satellite dish. Then we jumped off the roof, parachute to the coop. In the getaway car with a trunk full of loot. Made it to the hideout, we avoided the troops. Then the girl got low, blew me like a flute. Damn job well done, give her a salute. Kick back and relax, sip the gin and the juice.
The Empire.
Revolutionary opportunist. Who was? Part 2. Revolutionary opportunist. Let me hit you with this laid back tune. Got the greatest rooms, about to go straight to the moon. We was in the mood, feel the energy in the room. In the cosmos, it's just me and her in the news. I been got a call, got another mission to get. She didn't hesitate, she got a gun off the clip. Headed to the villa, area surrounded by killers. She my overwatch, my baby girl was sniping them niggas while I'm in the field. Call me John Wick with the skills, made it to the boss. You got 2 seconds to deal, so check me the code. So I can get my money to go, but you didn't know. Had a red dot on his dome, he said area clear. Walked up and handed her beer, but the mission complete. Sweet, now I'm telling her cheers. Now we on the road, about to head straight to the mold. Have to lay low and then disappear like a ghost. Revolution, hope.
Trapaholics.
Let's get it. Revolutionary opportunist. Who was? You know what it is. Salute Abraham. Revolutionary opportunist. Let me hit you with true potential. I'm too essential. Revolutionary lyrics will make the world tremble. Keep it simple, I'm going ham on this instrumental. But the government say it loud so you won't remember. Did this member from January to December. Faces mad because they dealing with the epicenter. Now my temper will make you whimper, you a little nigga. I'm a god, I turn states into bloody rivers. Metaphorical for corrigible. I'm a beast off the leash like Jet Li. I'm being leashed. I'm a feast on every fan that fuck with me. With my lyrics, yeah, I gotta say it publicly. I'm the pebble that's singing ripples on every level. I'm a rebel that's singing shots at you fucking devils. Tell the globalist motherfuckers they can get it too. My girl sent me a mission, what we gonna do?
Hey, government, start a revolution. You know what it is. Hey, what it is. Revolutionary up a two nuts. Who us? Hey, hey, yeah. Let's get it. Revolutionary up a two nuts. Who us? Bah. You know what it is. Revolutionary up a two nuts. Who us?
That's two. That's two. That's a fucking second call. Remember, 3 is the magic number.
Revolutionary up a two nuts. Who us? Shooter.
Let me know if y'all hear me. You know how these phone calls be trying to fuck up my live. Sharp. Revolutionary, y'all for 2 nuts. That was the part 2. I played part 1 and 2 back to back. You know, I know y'all visualize the story, like as I was rapping, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Slick Rick, Scarface, and DMX for trying to me, for helping me master my storytelling ability. Slick Rick, Scarface, DMX.
I look through the 11th floor window, take the last puff for the endo, look in the scope and look like Tango.
I see that. You know, The Professional is one of the greatest storytelling songs DMX ever put together. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody love other storytelling songs, Slipping and Falling, okay, you know what I'm saying? But that Professional,
I look through the 11th floor window, I take the last puff for the endo, look in the scope and look like, man, the delivery, the way it starts off, that fucking beat code,
you can visualize that. You can see that. It's like Twister. I put up on my community post, Twister Kill Us All. This was the song that I studied to become fast. And I know everybody was like, God damn, nigga, you chose a challenging song. Yeah. I'm going to say it slow. He said, standing in the midst of 100,000 haters, dynamite C4 strapped around my waist, bloody tears in my eyes, hit the switch, making sure every motherfucker blow away and die. Kill them off a thin explosion. Get up, bitches. Come on your hoes. I'm the sacrificial lamb. Fear the fear for body. Hey, body got my body on your decomposed. That would the blood draw in your hand. I love the itches to fucking with you. So you fucking with me coming back 50 because it won't be your issue. Because the best give me the boy. You're gonna get the picture for playing my switches. The hollow spin goes. The hollow penetrate through your tissue. Yo. Standing in the midst of a bunch of data haters, that I'm about to see 4 shots around my waist, bloody tits in my eyes, hit the switch, making sure every motherfucker get in the vicinity, blow away and die. Kill them off a thin explosion. Get up, bitches. Kamikaze, you and your hoes. I'm the sacrificial lamb. Fear the fury for while the fed follicle of my body while you decompose. Die with a blood of drove in your hand. Loving the itches to fucking with you. You fucking with me coming back 50 because it won't be your issue. Got the best come give me the boy. You gonna get the picture for playing my switches that hollows penetrate through your tissue. Fucking vendor with your blood. That's like in the cries of me coming screaming revenge. Got the best of your believer. Go to war, but they get attention to another. They never think you stand for with the death of myself because I'm a believer. The blessing of the sacrifice. The message you were coming after Christ. This one nigga's another ice. Fucking with me is a bigger gamble when I pack a dice. I really will come at you again in the afterlife. My brother, you can bring all the guns. I'm all the bombs. Fuck all that shit you carry. I got you a bitch and rap your motherfucking phenomenon because I'ma come to put all of us in the cemetery. That's how I had to motherfucking study that motherfucking shit and master that speed. You know what I'm saying? You know, that first song right there, that Twister, you know what I'm saying? And then I was studying Buster, then I was studying Bone. That's nigga Buster, bro. when I was studying Buster, like, dog, he was like, now watch me pack this shit up. No. It was like, now watch me pack this shit up, homie. It's like, hold on. It's like, watch me pack this shit up, homie, pull up, pick up and pack this shit up, homie, it's time to move. I gotta say it fast to get it. Now watch me pack this shit up, homie, pull up, pick up and pack this shit up, homie, it's time to move. But let's give me about 3 get off that What's Happening track with him and Method Man. That nigga Buster killed that shit. He was like, I dare one of you niggas that tried to feel the wrath of the woody, you reckon never sleep a giant, very defiant and using the pressure. Then I reply to nigga to breathing and stop it totally quiet. Shh. Captain of the ship, they calling me, get powder, leave a whole crew of collide me, die storm. On the niggas like I heard of 1,000 calories that I travel over your face and frazzle your shit. That nigga Buster. And like, don't get me started on Bone. They call me Mr. Bill Collector, need a bit money, know what's up tonight. Come on. Now, when I studied Bone, I was like, this is the perfect template of speed from slowest to fastest. So I can know what level of speed I'm at. They became like a fucking chart for me. So I was like, whenever I made a fast track, you know, like in my early days, I was like, all right, how fast is this? Is I'm wishbone speed, flesh speed, lazy bone speed, busy or crazy? You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm trying to reach the highest level, you know. But you already know what it is. You're gonna rock out a little bit more. That's my motherfucking second call. 3 is the magic number, y'all. I might get a third call. Oh yeah, the motherfuckers doing experiments on us. I was talking about the CDC. Let's get this song out the way, y'all. HHN Special Report. We are not your fucking experiments. What the fuck is a Chagas? The fucking Chagas virus. Fuck the CDC. Fuck Big Pharma.
Look, I'm on my God status, bitch. Middle finger to the feds and the government. Prime ministers, yeah, y'all can get it too. Dictators toss the motherfuckers off the roof. Bolay and the best Illuminati bitches. Fucking rap gang, bitch, I'm staying in the kitchen. Listen, hope you niggas I can pay attention. The powers that be control how you fucking living. Fuck the shit. They don't got no comprehension. They rather be a fucking slave to the opposition. You won't have a fucking home or a pot to pissing. You just a guinea pig with all this experimenting. Eugenics sounds so scientific. Look it up, bet you find out it's not terrific. My lyrics turn into hieroglyphics. When I spit it, summon up a bunch of spirits. I'll shade, calling up my ancestors. Killing all enemies for their transgressions. Taking out facilities with some mad weapons. RPG, nigga, dog, we ain't half-stepping. Killing eugenics. We killing eugenics. Fuck you motherfucking government experiment bitches. They'll be killing eugenics. We killing eugenics. I'm not your motherfucking government experiment bitches. We killing eugenics. We killing eugenics. I'm not your motherfucking government experiment bitches. Yo, we killing eugenics. We killing eugenics. I'm not your motherfucking government experiment. As the government, I'm here to change the game, rearrange the game. Disappearing David Blaine, I hate your lames. Come through the razor blades. To the government, they getting sprayed with haze. I spray for days. Going to war, mistaking for swords. Kicking the door, get on the floor. Bitch, nigga, really drilling for villain. Killing these evil villains. Throw them off of the building. Now I'm the villain. Give me the billions. These bitches is dark witches and warlocks. Reptilians, Zeta Braves can get popped. I'm dominating the game, making the shit hot. I'm dominating the world, making this shit rock. Killing eugenics, killing eugenics. Fuck the motherfucking government experiment bitches. They'll be killing eugenics, they'll be killing eugenics. I'm not your motherfucking government experiment bitches. They'll be killing eugenics, killing eugenics. I'm not your motherfucking government experiment bitches. They'll be killing eugenics, killing eugenics. I'm not your motherfucking government experiment, bitch.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? HHN Special Report. Like they asked the fuck up. Fuck the government. Shoot they motherfucking ass in the face. Take it in the face. Take it in the face, nigga. Fuck the government. Fuck the motherfucking government. Kill the ball. Kill the ball. Fuck the government. Kill the ball. Murder. And this is the motherfucking truth. This is the motherfucking truth. Nigga, I'm better than Howard Stern. I'm better than Don Imus. I'm the new shock jock of the airways of the cosmos. Real shit.
Murderers, liars, thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Tell me why they run the world. Murderers, liars, thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Lord, tell me why they run the world. Murderers, liars, thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Tell me why they run the world. Murderers, liars, thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Lord, tell me why they run the world. Are you tired of the praying? Are you tired of the meditating? I'm tired of you false prophets taken from the congregation. Tired of United Nations, consular foreign relation, controlling my population. Propaganda been here for ages. Evil reptilians, calling black people simians. Bitch, I'm an native Indian. Cherokee with the benefits. I don't think you're feeling this. Middle finger up to your government. The president's a motherfucking puppet, bitch. Tell lies to the motherfucking public. Democrats, Republicans, Supreme Court, summer dick. EPA, FDA, FCC on that sucker shit. Control the shit on TV. The radio is the same too. Everybody is fake, dude. They don't wanna hear that damn truth. That murderers, liars, thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Tell me why they run the world. Murderers, liars, thieves.
I know y'all rocking out to this.
HHN Special Report. Lord, tell me why they run the world. Murderers, liars, thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Tell me why they run the world. Murderers, liars, thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Lord, tell me why they run the world. Freedom is a state of mind. Take your time and redefine your peace of mind. Would be sublime, but it gotta be here. Fuck afterlife. They keep us in fear every day and night. Cops killing brothers every day and night. So I gotta live every day and night. Watching my back with the green and white. CIA, NSA, watching us every day. Social media, internet, record every word you fucking say. We're categorized in a long list. Label us terrorists. Most of y'all ain't aware of this, so you gotta prepare for this. Government shutdown. Who gon' get them bucks now? Same evil bloodlines. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, control the war on both sides. We gon' wake up and realize these are the end times. Let's destroy their enterprise. Murderers,
I can't say this track ain't cold.
Thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Tell me why they run the world.
3-year hiatus.
Liars,
It wasn't 4 years.
run the world.
I smoked a
Powers
lot.
that be, they run the world. Lord, tell me why they run the world.
I was mad at that
Murderers,
motherfucking
liars,
Killing the
thieves,
motherfucking
run
bullet.
the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Tell me why they run the world. Murderers, liars, thieves, run the world. Powers that be, they run the world. Lord, tell me why they run the world.
These niggas ain't ready for this. HHN Special motherfucking Report. I'm crunk like a motherfucker right now. Woo. Kane, calm down. Calm down. This ain't the Fuck the Government podcast, man. Save that shit for the Fuck the Government podcast, man. Fuck that. Multipersonalitydisorder.com. Breathe, nigga. I can't breathe. Well, nigga, take a deep breath. Fuck it. Nah. Now I gotta kill him to throw him in the river and body shield a nigga so that the living the real get it to kill him any killer. I gotta kill them all up in the ball, up in all. I got a ball, cause they get on. Then they get on until a charge off. Face over nigga, I run a ball with a small song. Look at the spirit you better hear it if you know what I fear it, motherfucker. I got lyrics. I'm the lyrical miracle, I'm the pinnacle, the winner for 3 minute intervals. I'ma punch him like a disciple. Fucking you will think it was something, take it never cause shoot you need to make you hot like number that. Damn, the storm, the winner category limited. I really need one motherfucker, the story nemesis. Finally be sentenced for my new booger genesis. Government tripping, I gotta kill him for the innocent. Breathe. 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 There you go. Take the shot. Take the shot. Breathe. Breathe.
bringing the killers, bringing the thriller, bringing the killers to pull the trigger, but quickly you better run. Running for cover, nigga, you're done. Look what I become. I'm the man in front of the gun. I'm the interdimensional mercenary, getting scary, get killer fairies in front of the emissary, get sent to the cemetery, where you get buried. 100 lives in the juries. I'm allergic to devil. I gotta carry your gun, and have a fun, but you got on the run. When I catch your mama, cut out the tongue, throw a bus in the sun, the bird alive, while you catching the ones, and then I gotta blow up the sun. Supernova shit. Told you, bitch, how to come and fold you quick, spit fast, so cold, but dead, so with man, the revolutionary flow was sick. Now you gotta roll with this. Told you, bitch. Breathe. Breathe. Take the shot, bow. Take the shot, bow. Take the shot. Breathe.
The Empire.
Breathe. Breathe. You better take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot.
HHN Special Report. Rock out.
Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot.
Hey, shouts out to Vonta. You already know. System overload, baby. She want me to go hurricane style, so I'm gonna give it to a hurricane style. You already know what it is. And then I gotta go out and destroy the government. I'll be back tonight, baby.
Rogue One Production.
Let go.
Hurricane with the dope flow. Go for with a slow bro. Put your ass with the GoPros. And I got a fofo. Everybody know no mercy in my dojo. I keep a low pro. When the people been a plan from the bond, then I gotta leave on the hood. Head to the block, gotta drink with the women. Dance back to the cribs with the weed with the women. In the bedroom, gotta push it to the limit. Going all night to be throwing up the limit. Out of the bar by the stone of the killing. For the government, cause they all in our business. Tell baby girl, put soccer in position. Go up here, get back to the chillin'. Chillin' like I feel to see you for the minute. Put your feelings up and put your ass in the minute. Skip the minute. Overload. System overload. Let's go. Look at everything in the building. Let's go. Overload. Look at everything in the building. The bomb in the motherfucking ceiling. You gon' be, you niggas ain't living. System overload. Hey. Let's go.
The Empire.
The bomb in the ceiling. Came from the east side, the way the killers ever G5. Like a hurricane bid to the speed by. You will never be revived. Dead by the seaside, like hijack, nigga G5. This bitch won't be fine. I'ma blow that bitch up. Put the shape of the armor truck, the bullet from the better armor up. Mama says gonna fuck up. Get up in the way. Forces quick like I hit it in the blade. Like the sun, I gotta kill up in the shade. Niggas ain't ready cause I'm bringing up the grave. Mind the day, it's gotta bring up the play. On the stage, better looking up the play. Line control, we be able to say. Act it on, put a bomb in your face. Overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. Overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. Overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload. I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload.
Overload.
I do motherfucker building. Put that bomb on the motherfucker ceiling. Niggas ain't living. System overload.
Let go. Hey. South Christian. I ain't forget about you, baby. I know you know that. Let go.
Who's that lounging in my chair? 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 Who's that lounging in my chair?
It's a motherfucking bad chick. Let's go get the bag quick. Get the brick, rip the shit, baby. You a savage, baby. You the baddest. Sexy with the glasses, low cut dress, baby girl got some fashion. Popping out the wagon, in the club dancing. Back to the crib, baby girl with some passion. Let's go make some magic. She is outstanding. In the bedroom, seeing stars in the planets. Hit her from the back and the front. More than a month. Clapping her cheeks while I'm smoking on the blunt. Blueberry blunts, fuck her in the trunk. In the parking lot, we be gone like a motherfucker. Lights, camera, action, girl, it's time to make a move it. You can be a thing, throw a slim good and keep them glasses on or take it off. Let me break it off. Falling from the light to the dog at the park. Smash it in the car, going in the raw. We don't give a fuck about the motherfucking law. Baby, you a star, known it from the start. Sitting in my chair at that motherfucking bar.
Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that lounging in my chair? I smell sex. Yeah. Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that lounging in my chair? I smell sex. Yeah. Who's that lounging in my chair?
It's a milf in a red dress, playing got a blue dress. Take it to the groove, baby girl, what to do next? Time to change the mood set. Baby girl, too wet. And her friends working on my dick by the pool check. Put her in the pool bed, put her in the suitcase. Baby girl, love me, want to know what to do next. Go by the beach, yeah. Freak to the week, yeah. About to go deep, yeah. Fuck her to the beat, yeah. Hit it from the back and the front. I ain't tryna stunt. Baby said she love me, but I treat her like a munch. Eat this shit for lunch, did that shit for months. In Cougar Town, I've been gone like a motherfucker. Gotta make her feel it, baby, can you dig it? I ain't saying that in the motherfucking minute. Give her rest of business, smash it in the kitchen. Dining room, living room, let the neighbors hear it. Lanes to the ceiling, swollen and I'm drowning in it. If I have a heart attack, well, I'll be dying in it. Baby, you a star, known it from the start. Sitting in my chair at that motherfucking bar.
Who's that lounging in my chair? Who's that lounging in my chair? I smell sexy. Yeah. Who's that lounging in my chair? I smell sexy.
Here it goes. Call number 3. What I say, 3 is the magic number, y'all. That's the third call. That was the third call. 3 is the magic number. That was the third call. What I say, I was gonna get 3 calls in the middle of my fucking live. Called it. Let's live it up though.
Lots on the bass, so you know the bitch bang, 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 bang. Nothing like a funky feeling. Live it up. Nothing like a funky feeling. Live it up.
What I say? I said we get 3 phone calls in the middle of my life, and I was about to end this shit. I was like, fuck it. I'll give y'all 3 more songs.
Pull a nice chick, get a loose. Going up the gates in the gates. We hang like a noose. The party going down on the roof. Baby
me drop it low to the dance floor. Let me put that as baby, I won't let go. Baby, look at my eyes and say you want a boss. What nigga do you want now? Pay the cost. 17, 30 days, what the don't say. Oh, the Casa Vigos, what they keep say. Hurricane and Jordan, go put it on ya. From Detroit straight down to Georgia. We party to 6 in the morning. This be so cold, let's keep it going. Knock it out the park with these cold moves. Yo, Jay, you telling them what we gon' do. Hit them with that old school.
Nothing like a funky feeling. Live it up, live it up. Nothing like a funky feeling. Live it up. Nothing like a funky feeling. Live it up. Nothing like a funky feeling. Live it up.
Yeah, tell the live it up, girl, about to give it up. Tell the fine girl, put the drink in the bigger cup, fill it up. Tell the brave girl, about to drink it up. Now we do the dance slow, yeah, get the live it up. Suck up over the bitches, and when I'm ripping, I'm spitting for the ripping, they wanna feel it. I know they dig it, got his head back to the ball, and get some more. Lick the phone, this is the girl, you wanna smoke? On the boat, smoking gelato, sipping Moscato. From the bottle, this girl 20 more than the model. Body ever got just being out of smoking exotic. Everybody go up and down like it's hydraulics. On the dance floor, we get lit. Pop lock, go the road by. You can even do the splits. So smooth and with these cold moves. Jay telling them what we gon' do. Hit them with that old school.
Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling. Nothing like a funky feeling.
Throw your hands up in the sky. And forget about the troubles of your 9 to 5. I said throw your hands up in the sky. Forget about the troubles of your 9 to 5. Throw your hands up in the sky. Forget about the troubles of your 9 to 5. Throw your hands up in the sky. Forget about the troubles of your 9 to 5. Let the beat drive.
From Detroit to Savannah, Georgia, with a West Coast vibe.
Let the beat ride.
Bars.
Take them home, Jay.
Funky, funky, funky,
Number 2. To the government, I got 3 words for them. And these other 3 words.
leave me alone. You better leave me alone.
Oh, this track.
I'm about to pick up the chrome.
Perfect.
And get you dead in your dome. When the video chillin' like a nigga see the cone spittin' in the instant, even don't miss it. Now I'm gone fishing, fishing for the bitches that will listen when I'm on a mission. If I try to build it, put a bomb on the fucking cylinder in a minute. I'ma be the villain, the villains, put the drill, feeling like killing the villain. I know the government gon' give me the finish. You better listen, fuck religion, I'm a motherfucking God killer. That turns to a cop killer. Fuck around and get shot, nigga. I ain't tryna be popular, but now what's up? You gotta get your knowledge up, and that's the only way to ride with us. To grab the keys, pop the trunk, and got the motherfucking pump. Shoot the motherfucker dead in the gun, you dead in the trunk. Shot the body, get no million pieces, leave a motherfucker dead in the dump. I don't give a fuck no more. You can act like Dumbledore, undergo, go to the motherfucker. Thunderdome. I'm chopping everybody up with a sword called Thunderbolt. The country flow, the blood was so from the motherfucking pavement. Even the letters I make a statement. What's the occasion? Revolution, motherfucking amazing. Leave the motherfucking government shaking. Operation stop the hate. Until the motherfucker stop the faking. I came here to shock the nation. Hottest Cajun, east for the population. Make a motherfucker stop the begging. I'll be waiting on the top with an AR. Got an RPG with a radar, man. With a 50 cal that'll spray far. Hey, y'all, tell y'all motherfucking face on. You better leave me alone. About to pick up the chrome and get you dead in your dome. Leave me alone. You better leave me alone.
Fuck the government. Fuck the parliament.
Pick up the chrome.
Time for a revolution, everybody.
Get you dead in your dome.
This is why I want to break my freedom of speech. The shit like this, they scared of this shit.
Better leave me alone. You don't get hit now.
And we'll be bringing you our
Motherfuckers are so sensitive. The whole country is turned into bitch ass niggas.
Oh shit, call number 4. Call number 4. I guess we surpassed the 3. And shit, damn. Like I said, I been getting calls less than 5 minutes sometimes. Like, I hope y'all hear me. I hope they ain't fucking up my sound. I hope I'm not going in and out because like sometimes that shit do that. Sometimes it freezes my chat too. You know, the motherfuckers on that bullshit. That's the call number 4. Damn. I guess they wanted to break my 3. I wanted to end this shit out with 3 is the magic number. Those bastards hit me with 4. So you know what? I'm gonna hit y'all with 4. So fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. They want to call me 4 times? Fuck it. All right? Fuck it. We're going to do this song then. We got to be warriors. We got to keep on fighting. Perfect.
Warriors, we gonna be victorious. This war gonna be glorious. We warriors, we coming up victorious. Straight warriors, we the motherfucking warriors. We gotta be notorious. This war gonna be glorious. We warriors, we coming up victorious. Straight warriors. Killing for real, the motherfucker killing for real. The real nigga that they never been there. The real nigga never win the fucking war to take as if a motherfucker wanna come in. They're the end of the world, are you getting prepared? I'm a revolutionary, so you better be real. We're the god of the wind, storm and flame. Born the rain, or the name hurricane. With a rigor is training that I go through. Don't suffer dead tofu, so I gotta be like Goku. With a corkscrew, beat it with a horseshoe. Gotta make a statement when I'm shooting in the courtroom. Now I'm in a boardroom, turn into a war room. Part of the government, about to get the lawsuit. Rubber shit, you ain't even delicate. Selling this beef when I pull like the little bitch killer. Got a devil with a frequency weapon. It's like a living, it's an energy weapon. You motherfuckers better come with infinity weapons. I'ma take it to the land of infinity lessons. I'm gonna kill you cooking for real again. 60 more seconds, I got a wild out. All my rebels, I give a shout out. On the bar, we bout to clown out. Turn this motherfucking world into a grindhouse, just like Quentin Tarantino. Book plus bigger than Danny DeVito. Turn this world to the land of Megiddo. After final battle, I'ma do the Aikido. Like another fed dough, shoot through the people. On the crew, about to take the casino. I'm a hood bitch, give back to the people. How you like that? Plus gas for the people. Warriors, we gonna be notorious. This war gonna be glorious. We warriors, we coming out victorious. Straight warriors, we the motherfucking warriors. We gonna be notorious. This war gonna be glorious. We warriors, we coming out victorious. Straight warriors. Warriors, we gonna be notorious. This war gonna be glorious. We warriors, we coming out victorious. Straight warriors, we the motherfucking warriors. We gonna be notorious. This war gonna be glorious. We warriors, we coming out victorious. Straight warriors. We gotta be warriors. Hey. Number 1. We got the final song, y'all. Y'all know how we ended. Y'all know how we ended. First things first. First things first. Before we hit this 3-hour mark, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Shouts out to Jordan. Shouts out to Abraham. Shouts out to Edgar Mendex. Documentary. All the good captains out here. Shouts out to the captains. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Ramam Solo. Shouts out to Captain Solo. In the groove, music in the building. Shouts out to all the captains, you know. Before we get off to this last song. Shouts out to Armchair Revolutionary Legend. You know what I'm saying? Captain Armchair in the building. You know what I'm saying? You know I gotta say much love to my goddess. You know, you have a dream come true. See, even the phone agrees. See, synchronicity and confirmation. And that was Crystal too. Oh, that's my baby. That's what's up. I wonder what she's up. I can't wait to check that out. Shouts out to Crystal. Crystal is cool. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about like as soon as I said her name, it was like and much love to my guy Desvanto over there in the UK fighting that good fight against that Online Safety Act and that digital ID bullshit. Fuck the parliament, about to burn down Downing Street, baby. Gonna burn it down, burn it all down, baby. But shouts out to everybody. You already know what it is. We on to the last song. Everybody get up out of here on this HHN Special Report. You know how we end it. Flawless. The Empire. Not for the weak-hearted. This is why they want to shut down our freedom of speech. Because I'm cold. Let the flood return. Your people gonna learn. Everybody gonna learn now. HHN Special Report. Shouts out to everybody coming through. And shouts out to everybody that's gonna watch this on the playback. Take it away, Hurricane.
kill a motherfucker, throw a bit of river, I'ma do a bigger quicker than anybody double pull a trigger, eliminating government support. You motherfuckers about to catch a motherfucker, son of king, got the road rubber land. Everybody running again, killing the motherfucker cops for the renegade, shooting the motherfucker building, they gonna be running there, blowing it up. I'm having motherfuckers running there, and I'm the only motherfucker that wanna fight the government. Why the fuck is people wanna like the government? I got the motherfuckers fight the government. In the White House, it's a place of running in. John Wick, everybody up in the bed. Equalize a motherfucker, got me time to quit. Kidnapping bitches looking like choice to win. Life or death, it's a choice to take. Got a motherfucking sword again. Chopping everybody else to record the shit. Be the cop with the porcelain. Turn the bitch to a chorus again. Star Wars got the force within. Like a motherfucking speed. The realest, I never really about to feel it. Tell the stupid fans, come and get it. It's revolutionary lyrics. You hear it, your favorite, the furious spirit, the killer dog. Listen to me, bitch, I'm a chopper. It's a popper with a chopper. It's a proper. The better call a medical doctor. Like I'm supposed to think they get to the chopper. Blow the bitch up, cause bitch, I'm a monster. Hurricane coming back, I say to the father. I kill a motherfucker living state in Nevada. God kill a nigga, I'm still in your mind. Like ain't nobody ready for the monster. Return, y'all people gon' learn. Everybody gon' learn now.
Say it if y'all know the words.
That I'ma flood this world right now. I destroy your government right now.
Put your lighters up, everybody.
Return, y'all people gon' learn. Everybody gon' learn now. That I will flood this world right now. I destroy your government right now. So let the flood return.
Woo! Get on stage for real with that shit. Nigga might have tears in my eyes doing that song. They like, man, that nigga passionate as hell on that motherfucking stage. For real. I'm like, everybody put y'all lighters up in the sky. Put your cell phones up. We about to light this bitch up. Woo, man, dog, man, real shit, man. I love this music. I love this shit. I love this shit like a motherfucker. Man, this music is, oh my fucking God. I could, oh my God, the goddess of fucking music. I get intimate with that motherfucker every chance I fucking get. To the goddess of music, she be on me. All I see is like a silhouette of a, like a silhouette of a beautiful woman, and she's covered in stars and galaxies, but it's a beautiful woman. It's just like the motherfucking intimate relationship that I have in music. I don't really talk about this part. It's like I see the woman. It's like I treat these beats as if it was a different type of woman. You know how motherfuckers feel about their cars and shit. Like, like I'm like that when it comes to beats, but on a higher and more intimate level. Like getting inside the beat. Like I said, I break that beat apart, every instrument. And like sometimes I write verses to each instrument, like the piano part or the bass or the snares or the motherfucking, like whatever, like to try to find out what style and delivery I want to use for the beat. And if I'm undecided, I just put all three styles in one verse, but otherwise I just go with a similar, just stick to like a regular simple format, but like sometimes my soul screams to, hey, yo, man, all right, you just said 4 bars of some regular shit. It was some good shit, but you need to switch that verse up. So it's like making love. It's like, all right, you beat it up real quick. Now turn me over type shit, Paul. But the girl is saying, like the beat is saying it. The beat is calling me, it's calling me. But yeah, it's like I love this fucking music shit. And when it comes to this podcast, like I said, like I came to this shit angry. I came to this shit motherfucking angry. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting motherfucker really truly be on this bitch this long. Like I thought it was gonna nuke me for a second time. Because remember, they got rid of this channel before. They nuked the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? But welcome back. And you know what's crazy is? I am more dangerous than ever since I've been back. You know what I'm saying? First, I was walking a little bit thin line, but I was sprinting on that thin line. Facts. Like, y'all watch me motherfucker get obliterated. I had to come out from the rubble like Like the Ice Cube War and Peace album. I'm a Don Mega, nigga. Motherfuckers trying to blow me up, man. Don Mega. Listen to the War and Peace Ice Cube album. That's his coldest work. And then he did some other shit after that. And I think he was on a hiatus for a minute and he came back with that Laugh and I'll Cry Later. I think that was a pretty good album too. You know what I'm saying? I give Ice Cube his props. But that War and Peace is my favorite shit. And the Death Certificate. And Gorillas in the Mist. You ain't up on that shit. That's old. That's old, nigga. That's old Cube. Gorillas in the Mist. You ain't up on that. You ain't up on that. Yo, you said never stop. For real. And just like going back to like thinking about how I started in this music shit. I'm just sitting on the bleachers with my homeboy, and my homeboy just, taught me how to rap right there. It was like I wasn't interested in, I wasn't interested. I was an artist drawing pictures. I probably would have been a phenomenal artist, but going back to my old style and learning how to draw manga, that's me getting back into it. And plus, like, since manga is the new craze and the new things, it's like, fuck it, let me learn how to do that. And since y'all saw my pictures already, y'all know I'm cold as fuck. So, yeah. So I'm trying to balance both, but like this music is what I love the most. But like just coming in the game, not really thinking about it. Like what really got me interested was like after I wrote my first rap and my homeboy took me around the hood and took me around the school and I was rapping that shit and everybody was like, oh shit, that shit was cold. It was cold. And there was enough people to be like, okay, I'm gonna stick with it. So I stayed in the hyperbolic time chamber to become the fucking best. Listen to constructive criticism. Like I think I went down the list of all the constructive criticism I went through, but like just in case if y'all don't know, like the first piece of constructive criticism I got was, get your the vocab up. 2, it was, try to be laid back in some tracks. You ain't mad all the time, or you don't wake up banging over bacon, right? So it was that. So it was like try to, don't be hurricane so much. Just like be calm, be cool, be collected, make a couple weed songs for the, So then it was give the fans what they want. Because not everybody up on that revolutionary shit all the fucking time. They want to kick back, smoke, want to kick back, drink, party, you know what I'm saying? And plus you need songs that cater to the demographic. And if you're in the hood, you gotta cater to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise they're gonna consider you one of those Eminem type of rappers and they can't relate to that. So try to give them something that they can relate to and be true to yourself. So that was, and the last constructive criticism is, wait, what? I'm trying to see if there's any more. I think that was it. But like the last constructive criticism is what I'm going through now. That I've been going through since what? What's the last time I heard that shit? Like I could probably say over 15 years. But like the last constructive criticism is my sound. But I wrote with like 4 different studios, and each studio say the same thing about each other studio's sound. So I took it upon myself to be like, I'm gonna just do my own shit. Throw that bitch in the AI Pro mastering machine, let that shit master itself, and then get a domain page, and everybody come to my main website. That I would love to have a fan website too. The Hurricane fan page. I love that shit to be ran by the lovely ladies, Vanta and Crystal, holding it down for the UK and in Cali. Oh, y'all run my own websites, baby. And make sure people buy my shit. It's going to be all 4 projects. They're going to be like, damn, I ain't going to have a page where there's one album. I'm going to drop the shitload of fucking music. I got like 9 fucking albums in a mixtape. Here you go. And have some type of deal, like a package deal, because I was trying to do the fucking 6 album project with the documentary, $100. $50 at the motherfucker, like most of the motherfuckers want to claim they broke. But shit, if Nipsey Hussle can get away with selling $100 fucking mixtape, I could sell $100 motherfucking 6 album project with a documentary I don't know how Nipsey did it, man, but like I respect that. You know, but but yeah, you know, that was the plan. Just drop a shitload of music, mix it down the best way I can, so the AI Pro Master Machine don't have a lot of work to do. Or slide that shit to a motherfucking engineer, let them master all my motherfucking shit and pay them. It don't fucking matter. It's gonna get done. Then the shit gonna be done on my motherfucking website, and everybody gonna be cool. Like I'll still be on YouTube, but like everybody want to get to my music, they just have to go to my website. And then the next thing is traveling a motherfucking country. Probably grab like a motherfucking RV, put a studio in that bitch, and go on my own world tour. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the plan until I met Crystal Nevada. Nah, road trip. I'm playing. Yeah, no, I ain't playing. This shit is happening. We gotta motherfucking work together, start this revolution. Fuck the bullshit. But shout out to everybody coming through, man. This your man's Hurricane. Quick little story time. You know what I'm saying? Quick little story time. And plus we at 309. Yep. It's about that time. So how do we end this shit again? Oh yeah, Red Man. Mic check. I walk around the streets with my no, fuck that. Shouts out to everybody again for coming on through. And shouts out to everybody that's gonna watch on the playback. Much love to the goddess Crystal that's cool in California love. And much love to my goddess Vonta over there in the UK fighting a good fight. Now let's end this shit. Mic check. I walk around the streets with my black tech 9 on the waistline, looking the hype shit. I never claimed to be the best type of rapper, but have to show the motherfuckers what I'm after. I'm after the gold, and after that the platinum. Beef after that, Hurricane G packs the gas up, blah. Trigger bang bang. We out. Peace.